Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our adventure. So, when we last left the party, you had traveled for many weeks to the village of Nightstone, far to the north, to prepare as emissaries the people of Nightstone to negotiate peace with Amadar. And so you have traveled to Nightstone. When you got there, you found that this village was empty of people. Something has happened in the recent week that has caused, in fact, probably the last few days, there are giant stone boulders resting all throughout the village. It looks like they smashed into the ground. You haven't found any dead villagers, but what you did find was that goblins had come to loot and pillage the village. You destroyed their wards, and a fair number of them tried to attack you while you were resting at the inn. The day before, you had gone into the inn to find a place to camp for the night, and you found a decent-looking woman there. As far as physical characteristics and aesthetics go, she's what you would deem an attractive woman in most circumstances. Blonde hair, dark brown eyes, kind of a devilish smile to her. Her name is Kella Darkhope. Dressed in monk's robes, she said that she had also come to the village to study the Nightstone, which she said was a large stone that had previously been in the center of the village. As the night wore on, you were attacked by a large group of, well, not a large group, but a group of goblins. You did manage to take them down, but in the process, you burned down the temple that you locked yourself into. As morning comes and you are getting up and getting ready for the day, you notice that Dalos, your dwarven ranger, Riardo, a wood elf sorcerer, and Ricardo, the bard, have disappeared for the day. A note has been left saying that they have gone out to do some scouting, and that they'll be back shortly. So the three of you get up and make your way out into the courtyard, where you find that so as you come out of the tavern, looking to the west, towards where the temple was, glancing over the destruction that you've caused, there's a large pile of goblin bodies, two dead orcs in front of the temple. And just as you do that, just the farthest reach of your distance, the farthest reach of your visual distance, you see 4 goblins that are on the drawbridge, about 300 feet away. The goblins are on the drawbridge and they are hauling tail.
So
they've got.
we're here.
So you are way over there. Yep. you're way over on the other side of the courtyard.
And
right?
they're over here.
And they're over there. And they are booking it. They're running. Each one of them has a pack on, and they keep glancing back, and they are running.
I guess we showed them, right?
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
making tracks. Kella walks out, sees them, kind of reaches for her crossbow, and then she just realizes that the distance is just too far, and she may get one of them, but she's not going to get all four of them. And so she kind of just sighs. And then she starts looking up in the sky. And as you watch her kind of looking up, it's a gray day. It's not sunny. The clouds are high, but it's not raining. It's just gray.
So
overcast.
pretty much like today's weather.
A little bit like today's weather, yes. And she's looking. It looks like she's looking for something, and then you see this winged snake fly through the air, come down, and land on her arm, and just kind of creep up her arm. It's just a little snake, bright green color with wings, and it creeps up, and it whispers into her ear, and she turns and looks at it, and she nods, and she says something in a language that you just don't understand. You have no idea. It sounds
Steve's can't.
sounds snaky. Like
Sneaky?
yeah, it's like Harry Potter's snake talk. Says something to it. It whispers in her ear. And then she nods her head at it, and it crawls down and it wraps around her arm, and then she looks back up into the sky, and you follow her gaze, and you look up, and you see words written in the sky, in the clouds.
God?
It says, urgent arrival with cargo. Bad company. Lose weight now.
Oh, right.
Oh, sounds like goblin like grammar. Like how they talk. Sounds like goblin.
You as a thief in Thieves' Cant recognize that this means that somebody's coming quickly and they've got somebody following them.
Oh.
Whoever's following them is bad company. Is bad news.
Oh, we better help him.
Oh man. Where do we go?
Kella, after reading this, Kella looks at you guys, looks at you three, and she kind of looks back up in the sky, and she has this look of kind of trying to decide what to do on her face, and she puts her hands together over her chest and holds her thumb, and she's just thinking. Her eyes are darting to the left and the right, just looking along the ground. She bites her lip. She looks at you and she says, "Well, the seven snakes are coming. They'll be here shortly. They coming to help protect the village.
The seven what now?
Seven snakes. We need to be prepared when they get here to raise the drawbridge. They've got somebody's following them. Make a perception roll.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay. Perception, which is... I forget.
Wisdom.
Wisdom? 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. 12's... You think you see out of the corner of your eye to the south a flash of light.
God?
Oh, look.
Why
Kelly.
do you keep Kella's like? Why do you keep? Are you religious?
Yes.
Wait, you are?
That's not relevant right now. But Kella, we can help you with the arrival of these friends. But first, we need to know where they're at.
They will be here shortly, probably within the next hour or two.
Okay. Well, when they come here, we'll be sure to protect them.
Make a perception roll, please.
18 plus 2, so 20 in total.
Okay. You definitely see a flash of light coming from the tower at the keep.
This castle thing?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell the girl.
Just tell everybody.
Yeah, I'll just say it out loud.
Okay. As soon as the words leave your mouth, she looks over at the keep and kind of nervously, and then she. I just need a minute. And then she walks away. Walks around the corner of one of the building. Give her about 2 minutes, and then she comes back, and she's. It appears that there are survivors at the keep.
Oh.
Okay.
Perhaps you should go and see if there are more goblins there.
All right.
About every minute, you see this flash of light, like looks like maybe a lantern light that somebody is opening the lantern, showing the light, and then closing it again.
Okay.
You hit yourself in the face?
I hit my mask and it poked me in the eye.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Minus 2 health.
Make it quick. And dispatch of their goblins. Dispatch of them quickly.
Well, quick is my middle name.
No, it's not.
Zion,
let's go,
Quick
let's go.
Fury.
Yes, I am quick Yuri. Yes, of course.
She
That
kinda-
fury.
She smirks a little at you.
All right, let's get going.
Give her okay.
She likes you.
Yeah, I'll have 30 speed.
She walks to the west towards the drawbridge, and as she does, she's examining the chains that connect the drawbridge to the towers. And then you start heading south towards the keep.
Okay.
When you get to the edge of the Bailey is the island that the town is on. There are steep 15-foot walls that drop off into the moat. The moat is clear, and you can see that there are trout swimming around in there. It's very clean, very clear. Rising up from the moat are the 15-foot walls. 15-foot embankment. It's very steep, and immediately with very little, maybe an inch or two of room on the edge, then the palisade, which are the wooden posts, rises up another 15 feet. So you got 15-foot embankment, and then the ground, and coming up out of the ground are this palisade, these really sharp 5 or 6 inch thick logs that are sharpened at the top. There is a bridge that ramps up at an angle to the motte. The motte is the large round island that the keep is set upon. And that also has that goes up about 60 feet, and a very sharp embankment that rises up to this round central island that the keep rests upon. So this would be water right here.
Okay.
Okay. This right here would be the
rock that's
rock
going up.
and then the keep is the bridge going across ramps up. I'm not sure if you can see on a side view of it.
Yeah.
See the side view at the bottom?
Yeah.
So it ramps up, and it appears to have been smashed through. So there's a good 15-foot gap in the bridge. Through the water, which is clear, you can see that there's a large stone, same as the stones that you've seen around the village. Though it appears that a rock has smashed through the bridge and crashed into the water below. Effectively cutting off whoever's at the keep.
Do you have a... So how far, like, how big is the broken piece? Like, if
It's
we were
15 feet, and it's at an incline.
Oh, Chiana has an or Skittles has an Explorer pack. Does that has rope in it, right?
Mm-hmm. It does 50 feet.
Wait, an explorer's pack?
Yes.
Yeah, that's you.
You also have an Explorer's pack?
Yeah. If we need
The
some extra rope.
Explorer pack like has 30 feet of rope, right? Or is it 60?
For me, I thought it was 50.
It's 50 feet.
50? Alright, so we can just cut off 20. And then maybe we could...
Or we can just use
You
it.
adventured enough to know not to cut your rope unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
We don't have to cut it. We can just leave the extras behind us.
Or we can... I guess we can use and bring it out. What if we were to tie a rope to an arrow and shoot and use my crossbow to...
It's not cord. So the weight of the rope wouldn't really pull the arrow, or the arrow wouldn't pull the rope.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a good climbing rope.
I mean, we could always try to attach it to the top of the bridge if someone has enough strength.
How would we get there? Only if the bard was here.
Yeah, if only the bard was here.
The Amadar bard.
Wait,
Not have anything useful.
I don't know. We could always go through the water.
So you mean go down and climb all the way back up?
I mean, that's what I'm saying right now.
I was gonna say you can try and throw me, but I don't have nails to climb.
I mean, 15 feet is jumpable
But it's
for
at
most
incline.
people, but it is an incline, so
That's
that
true.
will make
If
it.
you turn into your fox form, your weight will be very little. So then it would be easier to throw you. But knowing my rules with throwing you from our last campaign,
Mine was 15.
mine was 11.
We should try and have you throw me. If I fall in the water, I fall in the
Do
water.
you want me to try?
Yes. I'm putting my
It
trust
looks
in you.
like the DC is 10.
The DC to just jump
If you
it?
have a strength score of 15 or higher
Shoot, I got
To
14.
throw her or jump?
to jump.
I have a
jump?
15.
What would be 11?
What would be 11?
Yeah, what would be the DC if I had a strength of 11?
That will raise the DC to 15.
What about 14?
14 will raise it to 12.
Okay.
I'll try to jump then.
Yeah, you can jump. Then, can you jump while holding one end of the rope without any like? Okay, yeah,
Alright, yeah, I'll try that.
do that.
I got it. I actually got it done.
You jump into the water.
What?
Splash into the water. Oh, what?
I got it. Yeah,
That's an athletics roll. So do you have athletics?
I do not.
Okay.
But can I add my strength to make it 12?
You do add your strength.
Yeah.
And you get 12.
Okay.
Okay. So you jump. You're not gonna make it. You grab onto the bottom rung of the bridge.
Oh.
Catch yourself, and you just kind of swing there, and you do a pull up. Pull yourself up onto the other side of the bridge. Kind of
Good job,
scramble your way up
Simon.
there.
I did it.
So
You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just crashed into to the bridge. But I'm fine. I got the rope.
Okay, just tie it to the end of something, and we'll tie it to the end of something over here.
All right.
Working together, you tie the rope down, make a help the other two across.
Okay.
All right, you're standing at the gate now to the keep.
Wait, do we get the rope back?
Yes, you can pull the rope back. So, set into the mott's curtain wall are two windowless stone gatehouses with wood shingled, high-pitched rooftops. They stand about 30 feet tall. They are. There are doors open on the outside of them, and looking up, you can see that there are arrow slits in them.
Oh.
On both your left and your right. There's also on the left and the right there are doors that are not closed, not locked.
All right.
Okay.
Can I check if there were any traps laid out? Like if I look through the window?
It's pretty far up there. I mean, you can climb up there. It's a 30-foot climb.
Yeah, never mind. I'll wait for now.
Okay. All right.
So can we just walk in, or is it locked?
It's not locked. The gate is
Do you want
open.
me to detect good or evil?
As Paladin, you can just always do that.
Oh. Can I detect good or evil?
Detecting good and evil is undead, fey, celestial,
You feel a
or just dead people.
you feel a presence. It's really close to you, and as you do that, you look over, and you two can't see it, but there's kind of an aura around Colossi.
Oh, you're dead.
No, I'm not.
Oh my. Oh yeah.
Is my hand dead?
Wait, what did
No.
you?
That was loud. I didn't mean for it to be that loud.
No, but you're a tiefling.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
a demon. Oh, so yeah, you do take good and evil. You detect evil
It's a
from me, probably.
light sense of
Evil.
fiendish energy.
Hi, how are you?
I'll never understand magic.
I'm gonna peek through the door.
The door of one of the guard towers, or the door of the keep.
What door was
What's
open?
the light flashing from the towers?
The light seemed to be flashing from the tower of the keep.
On
The tower of the key.
checking the key.
Okay, so
Directly in the center. You have to walk around one of those large stones too, in the small courtyard area that's around the keep. You have to walk around one of the large stones. It looked like it barely missed the keep, but you can see that there are a lot of these boulders right around the keep.
yeah, I can see that.
All right, peeking into the room, you see a great hall. On the lower floor. It's
There's no visual in
in the center of the hall lies an oak dining table. There are three soldiers standing around a woman who's lying on the table. She is draped in very elegant dress. She has a very. She is dead. She's wearing.
Wait, what's surrounding this person? This dead person?
Knights.
Three
Guards.
three guards. They're dressed in chainmail armor. And they seem to be debating what to do with the body. One of them, there is one female guard, and she looks like she's been crying. The other two are sad. You can tell. One of the male guards also has red stained eyes, and they're all sad, and they seem to be arguing about what to do with the body. They keep using the phrase "Her Highness," and the lady,
Queen's dead.
Oh no.
and they are very sad. And they have not noticed you peeking into the room yet.
I'm gonna. I'm a tiefling. I don't know if they'd like to see me walk in first.
I can walk in first. I'm tiny anyways.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
tiny
let's
little
walk
fox
in.
creature. Can we help you?
So as you're also looking in there, a fourth guard comes down from
I thought there was four already.
There are three that were standing in there around the queen, who's laid out on an oak table. A fourth guard comes through a door in the back of the hall, and he says, "Torim, Alara, Galen, I saw some people in the village. I signaled to them, and it appears that they're on their way here."
So they did meet us. I'm not walking.
Okay, let's all walk in.
Okay,
And
walk in at the same.
Okay, I also want to say. So we heard him say that, right?
Yes.
And we have arrived.
Okay.
They kind of all jump and turn in shock.
I know, I'm terrified to look
Two of the
at.
guards are holding long poles with what appears to be a large blade on top, some type of glaive. And they kind of grip their weapon and they look at you frightened, a little nervous, and with trepidation, but they're...
We're the
Yeah.
people that you signaled to.
Yeah, mind our friend over here doesn't know how to properly introduce himself.
I know, I'm terrifying to look at.
The one that came in through the back door says, "Be you friend or foe?"
Friend.
Friend.
Good. We could really use your help. We've been beset upon by rocks falling from the sky. About 3 days ago, a castle floating in the sky floated over us, started dropping boulders down on our town. Most of the town folk, those that weren't immediately killed, fled through the gates to the north. Who knows where they may have gone. We were cut off in the siege. Our bridge destroyed, and there was a heavy bombardment of the tower of the keep. Our Lady Valrosa, was killed in the attack. The roof to her room collapsed. Several of the guards were also killed in the attack. We four are the only that remain.
Do you know any reason this castle would attack this village specifically? Or is it just, random bombardment?
The woman guard steps forward and she says, "Hey, I have no idea. We've been at peace, but what I do know is that after the bombardment, after the villagers fled," she looks at the other guards and they kind of shake their heads and are like, "No, don't say it, Alara." And she says, I swear, I saw 4 extremely large beings with deep gray skin like the clouds, standing as tall as the gatehouse outside. They descended from the clouds, grabbed the nightstone, and lifted it and took it back up to the clouds with them. Do you know what the nightstone is?
I
have no idea.
can't say I do.
Trying to discover it.
Many scholars have. The nightstone was what we built our city around. It seemed to bring prosperity to our city, although nobody knows its true purpose. It appears that these large, extremely large, they stand maybe 5 times the height of a human being.
I'm sorry, but a bee just tried to come at you from behind the window, and that's what made that little thud. It just hit its head on the window.
Murder hornet protection, shield protection.
It's just a tiny little
Wall. This is a wall of force for murder hornets.
Yes. Guys, I think I know what it is. They're giants.
No kidding.
I love giants.
Everything's a giant to me.
Oh,
That's because you're short.
yeah. I'm sorry to say, but even though your highness, your queen, is that do you know any possible way we can get up to this kingdom?
Unless you can fly, I don't think there is any way.
That's exactly
The first guard approaches you again and says, I was on watch that night. I didn't see these giants. But the castle, as soon as the siege was over, as soon as they had the nightstone in their possession, it just flew away.
Which way?
Up.
Just up. Not in any other direction.
I didn't. It just went up.
Space giants.
Aliens?
No,
Space
they're
giants.
giants. They're cloud giants.
Oh wait. Right.
They've got to be cloud giants. They're big and they're in the cloud. Their castles in the cloud. They're cloud giants.
Yeah.
Question is, how are we supposed to get up there?
I don't know.
We could always find some people, I don't know, willing to trade some artifacts. I don't know.
4th guard steps forward and he looks grim. He looks very suspicious of the 3 of you. And he has a holy symbol that you recognize from the temple.
Oh,
Well,
And he,
oh no.
what did you do to our temple?
We
We saw the flames from here. We watched it burn
were
last night.
That was goblins.
those were goblins.
Yeah, those were
We
We
were-
weren't the one that burned it. It was the
We
goblins.
were hiding in the temple, and the goblins found us, and we didn't come out, so they decided to throw a torch onto the roof, burning the entire place to the ground.
We don't have the best impressions.
yeah.
He curses in some language that you don't understand. And then he spits. And he makes a symbol over. He makes a hand symbol over his mouth, as if he were trying to.
Because he swore. or
Because he
something.
swore. Yeah, like he was trying to clean. But takes out an thing. Oh, goblins. They've been so much of a nuisance around here lately.
I
It's
can
okay.
tell
We killed them.
most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah.
So is the village clear?
For now.
Us,
Clear-
we know
Clear
us
of goblins.
so far.
Yes.
Good. Well, he turns and looks at the lady laying on the table. Any way you can help us with her?
Is she dead?
You notice that there is a gold wedding ring set with tourmalines on her left hand. She's also wearing a gold necklace. That ring is probably worth between 600 and 800 gold pieces. And as soon as your eyes land on it, that paladin kind of clams up and says, "Don't even think about it." And his hand grips the glaive.
But if you want us to help, I'm just saying it would be nice to get a few gold. You help us, we help you.
We can pay you for your assistance, both with the goblins and in assisting us in a dignified disposal of Lady Nandar.
Alright.
But that is the royal ring, and you will not touch it.
Fine, I won't touch it. You have my word. But I still do want some gold.
I mean, what do they exactly want us to do with her? Give her a proper burial, cremate her, or
I can dig a hole.
I can burn her, cremate her.
She needs to be interred in the mausoleum in the village. We do need to find a way to get across the bridge.
Are there
We
any?
got rope.
Are there any long boards? They can carry your body across the rope.
Oh wait, right.
Yeah, we can't jump with the body, we can't carry it, and it would be disgraceful to get her wet.
Yes.
Is there any long boards that have broken off that we can just use?
We could probably figure something out.
Okay.
Is the town safe?
Yes.
Were there any survivors?
We do have this one girl.
There is one. What was her name?
Keela Darkope. Oh, Kela Darkope.
Kella Darkope, if you don't know the name. She's back in the town. Still.
She
We
also,
kind of have to hurry over here too.
yeah,
we-
she is in danger.
We also have to hurry because she's expecting other people to help with whatever happened here.
Wait, weren't there flying snakes?
No, that's her flying snake.
Oh.
As soon as you say flying snakes,
Wait, did I say? We didn't say that out loud. That was out of character.
as soon as you say flying snakes, Torin, the one that hasn't spoken, goes, Did you just say flying snakes?
Do you have a fear of snakes, my friend?
No.
Yes.
The flying snakes. That sounds like the Zentarum.
But what now?
The Zentarum. They didn't say Did you at any time hear the word 7 snakes?
Perhaps.
Why do you ask?
The 7 snakes are guild of thieves, rogues. They have had we've had interactions with them in the past.
You
Really?
Really? shouldn't have said that.
Do you know something?
What are you not telling us, rogue?
I was just trying to help a fellow person out, okay?
Fellow thief?
Zion?
No. She said, and you all heard this, that her company was going to help the people here. They never said anything
help.
about
Help!
it could be rebuilding. It could be helping the poor.
They're thieves. They don't
They
help
could
the
be helping
poor.
themselves.
Look, some thieves help the poor. They're not all bad.
Did you help the poor?
Of course.
No, you're not.
We don't have anything.
Look, I helped, okay? I helped. I was.
And you were imprisoned for how many times?
That's not relevant now, is it?
Ender didn't want to let you out.
Well,
Probably for a good reason.
I'm just.
Okay, guys. Let's figure out a plan.
Where are you folks from?
Oh, what is it called?
Amadar.
Amadar. Write that down.
I was an entertainer in Amadar, actually.
I came from the east.
You've come a long way. What is your purpose here?
What was
Well, we're.
Oh, we were supposed to keep peace in
Yeah,
Amadar.
we were supposed to keep peace in Amadar.
Yes.
You were the emissaries that were reported on coming from the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
The girl Alara steps forward. Lady Nandar was so looking forward to speaking with you, and she starts crying again.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
It
What
is-
happened to her anyways? I
The-
forgot.
The roof fell in
Yeah,
Okay, right.
the room or something.
it truly is a tragedy.
The roof collapsed on her, and we couldn't. Before anyone could reach her, she was already gone.
We do need a plan.
Alright. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We find some resources, we try to put a bridge down,
Like a
we go
makeshift
over.
bridge.
Yeah, it's a makeshift bridge.
How heavy are the boulders?
They would,
That's,
they would
boulders.
take some kind of mechanical device for a human being to lift them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. Let's look around, see if we can make any. Try to make a makeshift bridge out of anything around.
You gotta try to
Wait, the table!
Be
How
careful.
long is the table?
It's possible.
We can use the table.
Okay.
The long oak table.
We might have to use some rope.
To keep it up in case it falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
All right.
Okay.
Do a.
All of us?
It was your idea, so let's go with an intelligence check. Let's just do straight intelligence to engineer
Straight
the
intelligence?
bridge. Yes.
My intelligence is 18.
Okay,
Jeez.
so you add your proficiency bonus to it. Let's do a 13 DC.
These dice hate me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
What about the help?
you guys can carry the table out there, and you can hang it from one side of the bridge, but getting it up on the other side of the bridge is
Okay, I know what to do. Okay, so here's the table. It obviously has the legs. We can have the rope. We can have one of your rope on this end, and then when it's so before we put it off and dangle, you tie it to the other end, so when we jump over with the rope, we can raise it up.
Makes sense to me.
Mhm.
Easy enough. Okay. All right. You do so, and you create a makeshift bridge, that just kind of swings between the two edges of the bridge. And with everybody's help, the bridge holds, and you are able to get. Before you go across, they take a wooden plank and wrap gauze around it to kind of bind Lady Nandar, kind of mummify her
Mm-hmm.
on this board, on this plank, so that you can all carry her. The guards are very, especially Kaylin, very cautious with the body, very careful. They want to make sure that no disrespect is paid to their queen, and that you're very gentle and reverent with her body. There's no bouncing or jarring of the body, but they do help you get across. You walk through the center of the village.
We will be taking lead.
And what?
We will be taking lead in front of the guards.
Okay. You walk through the center of the village, head across the village to the mausoleum,
Which is which building?
which is it's in the cemetery in the north,
Here.
in the far north cemetery. You walk across to the mausoleum,
There's a boulder in the middle of it.
Um, and there's a large boulder in the middle of it. Gently placing the body across two headstones. 6. You see that this mausoleum has an open stone coffin. There are 6 stone coffins in here. Each one of them has the name of a lord or lady. The latest, the 5th one, belonging to Lord Nandar. And right next to it, an open stone crypt is empty. Kaylin? What was her name? Yeah, Kaylin says she can't be buried in such a cold manner. We need to find her a pillow or some padding.
Right you are.
Wait, wasn't there a bed that fell through the floor?
Oh, that's right.
It's back at the inn.
You wanna go check if it has pillows?
I'll go get the pillow.
Oh, okay, that's not gonna be dangerous at all.
Oh, sorcerer.
You head off to the inn to gather a pillow. Roll perception check.
Okay. I keep forgetting what perception was. So 15. With my modifier, it's 15.
All right. You look up as you are walking to the tower, and you look up in the sky, and you see words written in the sky again.
I have comprehend language. What that word?
Yes. It says 7 little birds.
Okay, when I get the pillow, I'm gonna go back to him and I'm gonna say 7 little birds to you because you know thieves can't.
Yes. Wow, okay. That's, yeah.
Oh, by the way, roll percentile because that's a first level spell. comprehend languages, and I'm a wild magic sorcerer.
That's right.
Oh.
So nothing's really going on.
Well, I mean,
I'm really proud of myself for figuring out that bridge thing. So I don't
It's
know.
a first level spell.
So I don't know what the percentage would
Roll
be.
wild magic.
What's the percentage?
10.
10. What is 0, 0?
100.
Is it all zeros?
No,
it's 2.
no. I got a 2 and then a 0, 0.
Okay. So that's 2.
Oh, okay, so that's 2.
0, 0 counts as 2.
What
Once you roll 0, 0, 0, then that's 100.
Oh, that is 100. Okay.
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 Okay,
So
so
I just got
on a 2.
Wait, that's under 10, isn't it?
This.
Oh no.
At least no
my-
one's around him.
My wild magic.
You look at the sky. Oh, hey, look.
oh, hey.
7 little. I just blow up.
If you cast fireball on yourself, man.
Wait, I have to roll for the wild magic now, don't I?
No, that was the wild magic.
2.
I rolled your percentage, which means you do receive a surge of wild magic when you cast that.
And I got a 2. So what did I get?
As you're walking back, let's say it will take you the full minute to walk back. Roll again.
Percentile?
Oh no.
No, this is the one that's every minute. Every single minute I do
Every
it.
round.
Every round. It's a
1
wild
minute.
magic surge.
I'm nervous.
47.
47.
Do I cast
A
magic?
unicorn appears
Oh.
next to you as you're walking across the.
Can I help you?
What did you do?
It looks at you. It was eating, and it lifts its head. And
Can I help you?
I want to speak with that.
it looks at you, and telepathically you hear, "Why?
I don't know.
What is this?"
I have no idea. I don't know how you got here.
Huh.
I didn't even know I could speak to you.
I think our friend's going crazy over that.
Shakes its head, and there's a puff of smoke, disappears, and then it comes back and what the? Why?
I don't know what's happening.
What?
This is why I don't understand magic.
What are you doing, evil wizard?
I'm
Are
not
you
doing
bound?
it. I'm not doing
Roll
anything. Oh no.
Oh, come on.
I
He
don't-
just blows up the freaking unicorn.
This is why I don't trust
55.
55. Your hair falls out.
No!
Oh, your hair falls out. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I'm out of here. Disappears. Back. No!
What is happening?
It's now looking at you in sheer horror.
I'm in sheer horror.
I want. Let me go.
I can't.
Let me go.
I don't know how to.
Oh no! Disappears again. Roll again.
No. Does my hair come back?
No, your hair's gone for 24 hours.
24 hours. 3.
For the next minute, you can see any invisible creatures. You have line of sight too. Okay, that's 3 times. Okay. We need to calm down. All right. So, couple rules here. You don't touch me. I won't touch you.
Okay.
Okay. Second, you think you can get a handle on this? Because this is really offsetting.
The other sorcerer that was going to train me isn't here.
Your magic is innate?
Kinda.
Oh, I hate sorcerers. Well, I don't hate sorcerers. I don't really hate anybody, but really? Roll again.
46.
46. You start to float.
What?
Maybe you can get to the giant.
Yeah.
Uh,
I gotta tie a string on
Okay.
it.
Guys!
Alright.
A little problem out here.
I've been through this before. You know what this is? This is wild magic, right? This is
Yes.
Okay, so
Is a unicorn really gonna help me with wild magic?
I'm gonna stand over here and
hope I don't
And
explode.
he casts a spell, and a ball, like a clear glass crystal ball of energy, appears around him. And he goes, "Okay, now I'm safe." Now,
Guys, I got a problem out here.
what you're gonna need to do is just calm down, okay? We both need to just take a deep breath, calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. Roll again.
50?
50. Okay. The next, you try to say next words that come out of your mouth, but as you go to speak, pink bubbles fly
Oh, this one.
out of your mouth and start floating around you. And now you can't talk. Okay, so
You can hear me telepathically, right?
you have telepathy.
Oh no, I thought
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has telepathy. He's like,
it was
yes, I
happening.
can hear you telepathically. Okay. Those are pretty bubbles, though. I really like the color. Those are nice.
I
Do we
don't.
see this?
Yeah, do we see
No,
it?
you're kind of wondering what's taking so much time.
Yeah.
Should I go
for him
look for
coming
him?
back.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
He's just a sorcerer.
Roll again.
Wild magic.
Hey, that could happen right now, right? You just rested.
12.
A second thought, maybe not.
I'm afraid I'm gonna roll
What
the
happens
thing.
if we
I'm afraid
see
I'm
it?
Roll
gonna.
a 10-sided die.
A 10-sided die.
I don't know. I'm a.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. A unicorn and a rainbow
7.
fox.
You shrink by 7 inches. You're now 7 inches shorter. You need to write down what your height was, which should be.
Is it permanent?
Yes.
My height
You're
was
now
5'10".
You're 5'10". Okay, now you're 5'3".
I'm still shorter.
Jeez. I'm only like 5'11", dude.
I'm sorry.
The
I'm
unicorn.
kind of skill.
The unicorn goes, ooh, I don't know if I want to watch this. Roll again.
Are
Oh
you
come
sure
on!
you
How
don't
much
wanna
more?
go look for him?
How much more do I have to suffer?
It'd be fun, but we have to look
36.
Can we go look for him?
36. Roll a d10.
What he did?
I don't want to shrink again. Don't shrink again. Let's do 10.
You are 10 years older.
Now you're old.
I'm now 41.
Jeez.
Wait, you were 31?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nothing changes. You just feel
I feel older.
older. You look older.
I got more
Can I go look for him?
He still has 2 more rolls to do, I think. The unicorn just kind of. I'm like, oh,
I will explode!
this is why I don't do people.
Oh,
I'm not a person.
yeah. I'm an elf. Or half elf. Shoot, you know what? I'm
60.
still human.
60.
I think that's fireball. I think that's fireball.
60. You fill one of your spell slots return.
My first level?
Yep.
Oh,
One
hey.
you just cast.
Hey, I got all my spells back.
And last time. The unicorn's like, what happened? I didn't see it.
I feel more powerful.
Oh, no.
30. Again.
30.
Do I shrink again? I think that's the shrink one.
30 again. You didn't roll 30 before. Alright. You teleport 60 feet.
Where?
A random direction. Let's.
1d4?
1d4.
2.
2. Okay,
East?
so. Never. So to the northwest. So you are now on top of the roof of the.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Wait, do I still have that cast fly
You
thing
do-
that I did?
Yes, you are levitating.
Okay, so I'll just levitate back down.
And you are okay to levitate back down. The unicorn, like,
I'm over here!
he looks at you
I'm
and
up here.
says, we're almost through this. It's been nice. Don't call me. And he blinks out and he's done. He's gone.
Oh,
Is it Charlie the unicorn?
Alright, so now I walk into the place with the pillow and no hair and I'm
What?
and I'm floating. And
Wait, you're also old.
And
I'm old. I'm old and I'm shorter. Don't ask. Just take the pillow.
That's why.
Just take it.
I told you we should have checked on him.
He's fine and a lot funnier.
Oh, now I can say, what was it that I read in the sky? 7 little birds.
7 little birds.
7 little birds.
What
It means we have 7. We have 7 people that are on to us.
Well, I
I
think
just read that in the sky. I have no idea what it means.
Well, I mean,
Let me guess, you cast magic, didn't you?
well, we need to hurry and help some other people out.
Why? What does it mean?
Alright, give the pillow and blanket to the people.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
there you go.
They
That
wrap
was
her up.
the fun 15 minutes of gameplay.
What took you so long, anyways?
Considering he's shorter and older.
A unicorn talked to me. I got shorter, lost all my hair. I started to fly. I teleported onto the roof. I don't know what else happened. I can't remember. It was too scary.
You regained a spell level.
Oh yeah, I feel more powerful suddenly. I feel more dangerous.
Arcana is a very dangerous thing, and I want nothing to do with it now.
Then speak in a language I can understand, and don't attack me. Pretty much it.
Will do. Alright.
So they, Kalen says prayer, and they bury Lady Nandor, and Torum is the one that stutters, is very, can we get this over with? Can we get this over quickly? We need to make preparations. If we've got, if the Zentarum are coming, we need to be ready.
Hey, don't worry. They won't hurt you. As far as I know, anyways. Look, you'll be safe. Just leave it all to me.
They are 7 of the most ruthless bandits that we've ever seen in this area.
There could be 7 of the most heartfelt people in the world. All you gotta do is trust me, and before you know it, there won't even be a problem with you. So, you can just go back, you'll be fine.
I don't.
Kalen,
Hey, do you want help, or do you want to get hurt? I'm just saying, I can...
That sounds like a threat.
Well, they're gonna be a threat if they come, too.
I mean, goblins kind of ran to this place anyways.
Yeah, they're gonna be a threat if I don't help, and they're gonna be a threat if I do.
what's your charisma?
It is a 15.
Okay, I figured as much. Okay. All right. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt in this situation,
What's
but
your role?
this is our town. This is our city, and we will defend it with our lives. Right? Right.
Alright.
Okay.
One more thing. Can we get our pay? Help me out? I'm helping you out too. Come on.
He reaches back and pulls a pouch.
Better share that.
and hands
Pulls
it
out
to you.
crossbow. You better share that.
Okay.
I will.
There's 15
I will
gold.
use magic on you.
15 gold.
So we
So
each
can I-
get 5. Wait,
Well,
it's
that's
15.
4 for someone. Because 5. Well, no, yeah, 5. 5, then 15. I thought it was 14.
You see him.
Yeah.
Out of the corner of your eye. You see him spit and do the little thing with his. Yeah.
Hey, at least it's better than stealing, alright?
So, what's the plan?
We're going to go. Well, I feel like we're gonna go. What is it, like to the entrance up here?
Oh yeah, we gotta help that one girl. I keep on forgetting her name.
Kill him.
Kill
Kat.
Kella Darko.
That's her name. Woman.
Okay.
Don't tieflings normally call people like by a nickname or something?
What's my nickname?
Fox.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's-
tieflings they normally their names are weird. They're
Cause
more
it's called
they're
Nushi.
they're always like straightforward.
All right, so you make your way to the gatehouse, to the guard towers that are near the drawbridge.
Okay.
As you do so, you see this little flying snake kind of flying at the top of the tower in circles, and it kind of hovers, sees you coming, and flits off out of sight. And a few seconds later, Kella comes to the edge of the wall at the top of the tower and looks down at you. Before you say anything, there's a much greater threat than the Zentarum that's
Yeah.
coming.
I read it in the sky.
It'll be fine. Hopefully.
I'll try not to explode.
Yeah, by the way, my friend, he is
Mine might.
very potent with magic.
Yeah, don't mind me. I just got older, lost my hair, and I got shorter.
I recommend that when the seven snakes get here, that we raise this drawbridge. We let them cross, and then we raise the drawbridge.
We will let them in, but first we need to set up some rules, basically.
Well, you've got about 30 seconds because there they are, and she
Don't
points.
leave anything.
You see these 7 horsemen riding up at full speed, just
Okay.
charging towards the drawbridge.
Okay, first off, don't steal anything from the other island, and that's about it. I mean, don't take anything that's not yours in the island. I know you wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying they're very, very dangerous.
Wrap it up, Zion.
I mean, they already know.
I'm gonna.
I'm not the leader. I can't make any promises.
Alright, we'll raise it up and then close it down when they come
All
in.
right. So the drawbridge is raised by 2 chains, each one on the top of one tower, one on the top of the other tower. So somebody needs to go climb up the tower.
I will.
Okay.
All
All right. So you rush in, climb up the other tower.
Yeah.
As you do that, these 7 horsemen just come charging across the drawbridge,
Ooh.
and they do have weapons in their hands, but they're not focused on you. They look like they're trying to get away from something.
Right.
They rush in, and this cloud of dust kicks up around them, and the 4 guards, 2 of them with glaives, and the other 2 with longsword. The female Alara has a longsword and a long knife in her hands, and they're holding them out toward the horses. And the horses ride around, and the leader, who's dressed in thick leather armor, has short cropped hair, and you can see that he's got pointed ears and a highly tanned skin from the sun. He's got a scar across his right cheek, right here. A very sharp nose, very stern looking, with deep, large eyebrows. Screams, "Zella, raise the drawbridge now!" And as you start to start to turn your wheel, your crank, and raise the drawbridge, you look to the west, where the horses came from, and you can see coming up across the field what appears to be a small army of orcs.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
2 orcs lead them. One is dressed in a really thick, heavy plate mail, and he has this side of his hair is streaked red, like it has blood. Like he has rubbed blood into his hair on this side. This side is just black. Large tusks. So yeah. Next to him is a female orc, nearly as large as him. She is draped with robes and carries a staff. The staff has this wispy smoke that seems to be emanating from it. And behind them, marching quickly behind them, are no, they're all on horseback. I'm sorry. So yes, behind them on horseback are approximately 15 to 20 other orcs. They all seem to be armored, weapons just everywhere. They all have bows and arrows, and they all have blades as well, of all sorts of things. All of their blades and armor seem to be well worn. You can see that there are nicks in some of the blades. That their armor all has scrapes and stuff in it. Go ahead.
Do it. Well, we're raising it up.
Okay, and the drawbridge is raised, and the orcs slow down, and the lead orc puts up his hand, and they all stop. The leader of the seven snakes. Kella, my love, you saved us. Come down.
Is he talking to the tower that I'm in?
No, he's talking.
Okay, I was like,
Talking to the tower. She turns. I'll be down shortly, Zolkin. The other six that are on horseback are encircling you six that are standing down there, and they just. Zolkin kind of glances over his shoulder at you, and what's going on, and he's.
I'll walk down from the tower now.
Okay. All right. So you come down from the one tower, after locking in the drawbridge, and Nala. Kella. Kella. I was like, Nala was in our last one. Kella comes down from the other tower, and Zolkin comes forward. Kella, my love. Kisses her on both sides of the cheeks. Pulls her in for a hug, and she kind of resists a little bit. And she's all, Zolkin, you've made it. Looks like you brought quite a lot of company. He says, yes, they've been chasing us since morning. They surprised us on the road. We did manage to get one of them, and he reaches in his bag and he pulls an orc head out of the bag and shows her. She just kind of, well, that's good. I'm sorry, my dear. I know that you don't like such gross displays. Sometimes I forget myself. He turns and he looks at the rest of you, and he sees you come out of the door, and he's like, so it's like we have ourselves a few survivors from the attack on Nightstone.
We're not survivors from here.
I would say adventurers, or
We were sent here to bring peace to Amadar.
And also get some view. And also get a
Visitors from Amadar. That's a long way from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting such an adventure.
Well, just so that we're clear, Nightstone now belongs to the Seven Snakes. And the ones that are encircling you. Yeah, yeah! You notice that of the ones circling you, there are 3 males. One is a half-elf. One is a half-orc. Sorry. And there are a set of twins. Human. Male. And then there are 3 females. One is a tiefling. One is a dwarf. And one is a human.
Okay.
Nightstone now belongs to the snail, and the 4 guards, are... No! It does not!
I bet we can come up with a compromise. Something that will fit the likes of you and the likes of them.
This town is a perfect base of operations.
Yes, and
It's very highly defendable, and it lies directly on the road to Waterdeep.
so wouldn't you want the help of some guards to protect this new land? Or would you rather have less defense?
Kalen steps up and says, "You will not give away our town.
Um,
This city belongs to the people of Nightstone." Zolkin looks at him and says, "Are we going to have a problem here? I don't see that there are any people of Nightstone."
People are right in front of you. There's people of Nightstone.
These 4 people don't constitute a town. They constitute an adventuring party.
Well, look, these 4 people can be very useful, and I would suggest you not overlook them. They could be good
Underestimate.
scouts. Yeah, underestimate, overlook, same thing. They could be very useful to you, but you do need to treat them with respect. I know this firsthand. They didn't take too kindly to me, if you know what I mean.
Very well. If this is the township of Nightstone, if Nightstone still exists, where is your leader?
She's dead.
Oh, what?
Not.
Well,
be
they're
honest.
right there.
There's a
The guards can be the queens and kings.
You're not being this easy on this paladin.
He, Zolkin looks at you and big smile comes across his face. He looks over at Kella and he nods. And he looks at the rest of you and says, "Well, then it looks like Nightstone has a new leader."
The guards.
You're looking at the new leader. Do we need a demonstration?
She may be tiny, but I'd be scared of her.
Look,
Watch your words, please.
he doesn't crack at all when you give him that underhanded threat. He just says, "Look, I know your situation. You've had a rough journey. You get here to find that the city's not exactly what you thought it was. That it's not exactly in the best of shape. Now, we're not exactly thieves. We're just here to make sure that this place is in a better place than it would be if, say, those orcs out there got here first. You're lucky to have us. Now, you may think that you're powerful. You may think that you can overrun us, but there are 7, 8 of us. And
I am a
Only
literal
7
ticking
people.
time bomb.
It doesn't mean nothing that we helped your companion over there. We defended this
you
place.
definitely have my gratitude. My dear Kella. Thank you very much for treating her with kindness and respect. Kella steps over to Zolan and puts her arm around his waist and looks at you with an amused. Like she's getting exactly what she wants out of this situation. I think we've got Zolkin says, I think we've got bigger problems to worry about right now than fighting over ourselves, over this city. Let's take care of the problem out there first, shall we?
I agree with you there. We can't do anything until those orcs are gone.
That's right. And then, if there are any of us left, we'll have a discussion.
Thanks for me.
You hear from outside the gate, Zolkin! Come! Let us parley!
No.
Don't you think it's a bit unfair that you have a whole army?
Fair? What is this word? Who speaks?
Well, if you want to
You
know...
can't see who's speaking because you're
If,
you're just screaming over the wall.
if you want to know, I'm an elf.
Oh.
Elf meat.
There's a kind of a silence for a second. Then
What is
he's
an
like,
elf?
he's like, oh, more trophies.
We got a ticking time bomb and magic for days.
I am a bomb!
I suggest you not come over here.
Why'd you say it like that? You better not come over here.
I got a bomb.
I'll fight you.
Zolkin looks over. I can handle this.
Yes, please do. I'm not one for
He
talking.
climbs up he goes into the tower door and climbs up the tower and he says, Gurash, you've been following us for days now. You haven't been able to catch us yet. It appears I have you trapped now.
And
Well, good luck with that. Orcs can't swim.
Can it?
That's right.
You underestimate us.
You underestimate my power.
I have the high ground. Don't try it.
You're not the one.
That's true.
I'm not.
You cannot stay locked back there behind your gate forever. Soon you'll run out of resources. And when you do, you will die.
No, we won't.
So he is.
Who was that? Who dare speak to me?
I
No
did.
one you need to know about.
I did, loser.
Yeah, listen to the sorcerer.
Excuse me, I'm a paladin.
I told you a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, I'm a ticking time bomb.
Listen
How
to
many?
the bomb guy.
How many of you are there?
Just 3.
You made it work somehow.
We chased 70 in.
No, we don't know where that went.
They left.
Yeah, they're gone.
You don't know.
Norgra,
You can't see me.
the large.
You can't see me.
Would you mind? Not at all. And she,
Sounded like your voice glitched out.
you guys can't see it, but you can still see invisibility. You see this eyeball float up into the sky and look
I'm gonna use my crossbow.
at you. You're gonna shoot it with a crossbow?
Yes. 12.
Okay, you miss it.
Dang it.
You're not.
And it's just floating up in the sky.
But did they?
and it
But
is-
did they see that I tried to shoot it?
Oh, let's see here. That would be
I'm in my fox
14.
form.
14 of you against 22 of us. We are heavily armed, well-seasoned, veteran fighters.
And I'm a bomb.
For the fourth time.
I do not know what a bomb.
You want to find out?
Certainly, come out.
No, you gotta come in here.
Good luck.
Is it really worth it to chase after these people?
He kind of looks over at Nordra. Like, what? Whoa. No, I'm not coming out in there. You come out here.
No, you come in here.
No, you come out here.
It only
come
works.
in here.
It only works in here.
Yeah, just in here.
Well, it doesn't sound like I want it to work. Now does it?
Well, you wanted to see it.
This is so stupid.
You come out here, no, you come in here.
So it's like the most childish thing, and it's against
Fine.
two like armies.
Make camp. And they start making camp. They're chopping down the trees that are out there.
Wait, what happened to the wood elf that was out there?
He's not there anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
They start chopping down trees and
Coco.
Zolkin turns and says, "Well, how did you know that there were 14 of us? And what were you shooting at?"
Well, earlier when I went to get the pillow, I may have activated some wild magic, and one of those things was I could see invisible things.
Oh, they have something invisible.
It was an eye with wings.
Yes.
Scrying spell of some sort. It appears that they can see what we're doing.
Unless I can shoot it now.
I'm sorry.
How long can I see invisible things?
1 hour.
1 hour? Oh. Is it still up there?
Yes.
Can I shoot it again?
Um,
Can I get on the tower this time so I can actually have a better angle?
sure.
Okay.
That's even worse.
What's your armor class?
12.
Wow.
That was cocked. As you aim at the ball, floating eyeball,
Mhm.
several arrows whiz past you from the field outside as you are now visible to the group of orcs that are down making camp.
Mhm.
They're just taking pot shots at you. Several arrows whiz past you, and you kind of have to duck.
Your aim sucks! I'm gonna walk back down.
Yeah. He's trash talking and go back in the castle.
I'm a rude
Go
tiefling.
away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Do you want a shield?
I'm a sorcerer. I don't know how to use a shield.
Yeah, I could try to go up there. I have like slightly better accuracy.
Hold on, the recording is too loud. Oh. I can hear it from up here.
I didn't hear nothing.
So they're just setting camp right now.
They're setting up camp. They're actually creating walls, barriers, so that they can hide behind them. So basically, you can see this out here in this field area right here. They're setting up a line of stone walls. Which are still in range of the crossbows, or of their crossbows and their longbows, so that they can hide behind them if you started shooting. And then further back, out of range, our tents are set up.
You're gonna
And-
fall down, Coco.
So their camp is like the leader's tent is set up here, okay, and then you've got four tents surrounding that, and there's 5 people in each of the tents, and then you've got these walls set up here. There's
Down.
that they're building. They have completely torn down the trees, and they're smashing the grass in the area. And they light a very large bonfire using the trees that they cut down. They light this huge fire right here in the center.
Oh.
And they're just trampling the ground, and then back here, they tie up. They create a stand to tie up their horses. Take a tree, a really long tree, cut all the branches off of it, and they basically tie their horses. You can see that their horses also have pieces of armor on them as you spy from the towers on top. And you can see that the leader of the orcs has a necklace made of elf ears.
Why
Elf
are you
ears.
excited about
You
that?
are a elf.
I know, I can tell you. I'm not.
To who? Who would want elf ears?
I'd rather not tell you.
Are you going to the black market again?
What is that?
Zion.
Look, I'm just saying anything that's of value can be sold, okay?
The female orc, the one that's dressed all in robes, she keeps using her staff and moving not huge blocks of stone, but decent sized blocks of stone to stack around. And when she does, it seems to glow with a magical energy. So she's moving these smaller, maybe 30-pound blocks of stone around. She also helps. She also uses it to set up the tent. She doesn't seem to be using her hands to do any work. She seems to be focusing on the staff and helping it, and it is doing the work for her.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk to one of the guards and ask them if there's any dungeon or any like back entrance to this place. If you go through a dungeon and lead out a different area, out of this town.
No, we've fortified this town by making it only accessible in the 2 areas. This drawbridge and then the bridge to the keep. But there is only one way in and out of here without having to climb the.
You can just say leave.
It's only verbal, so you could try using command and tell them to retreat. Which
Okay.
is a one-word command.
First of all, it only works on one person,
So the leader.
one target, and it only lasts for 1 round.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think this way it's on
Does
my
it
phone.
really last for 1 round? Yeah.
I feel like the best option right now is wait till nightfall. Wait till at least some of the orcs are asleep, and try to pick them off one by one.
So you do see that after they get their camp set up, they have taken 4 very long, straight, not super thick trees, but decent sized, probably 5 to 6 inch thick trees, about the same thickness as the palisade walls.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken these long, 30-foot long trees, right? And they have laid them out, and they are strapping, using probably some kind of animal skin that they've cut into straps. They are strapping boards
They're making ladders.
across them.
They're making ladders to climb over.
Gruesome.
Yes.
I'm an
Oh yeah, that's right.
Forgot about-
Yeah.
But the only place that they can climb to because of all the water are these two towers. Correct?
They seem like they're just long enough that they could probably be angled over the top of the water and rest against the palisade.
Oh.
How long is the water? Or how wide is it?
Maybe 20 feet.
Excuse me. Mm. It's made out of wood and skin.
That's very flammable.
It is very flammable. And I have firebolt as a cantrip. So is it night now at this point?
It is getting to be close to night.
If I peek
yes.
my
Okay.
if I peek my head over, will they still be able to see me? Do orcs have night vision?
They have dark vision.
Vision.
But they can. But you changed the rules of dark vision. They can only see to 60 feet. In darkness?
60 feet. You would be hidden with advantage.
Hidden
You
with
could stealth
advantage.
with advantage. Yes.
So the tents are flammable too. Everything's practically flammable.
Everything over there is pretty flammable. Yeah.
Okay.
But the tents, although these are about 60 feet away, these walls, two walls that they've created, just short walls, maybe about as tall as this table,
But if I have
and
the
about,
high, but if I have the
about
high
15
ground,
feet long.
but if
So
I have the high ground, I can still.
you can still see them. Yeah, they are at half cover.
Okay.
And then the tents are set much further back, probably 120 to 200 feet
How
back.
far can Firebolt even go?
I'm not sure.
I feel like it's 120. Or that might be. No, which bolt isn't?
So
First thing I find is Fireball. Wow.
while you're kind of,
120 feet.
Cheers.
you might be able to get the front tents.
Can I hit the ladders that they're making?
No.
No. Okay, I guess I'll just try and hit the tents.
Okay.
Kill 2 or 1.
Roll. Do not add your. No, roll with disadvantage.
Okay. 11 and 18.
So 11.
The 18 hits one of the tents. One of the tents catches on fire. The 5 orcs that are in charge of that tent run out, quickly put the fire out. The ones in the other tent
Mm-hmm.
take their tent and move it back about 50 feet.
Oh.
So now the tents are. These ones are going to have to sleep on the ground.
Does that mean they wouldn't get the full rest?
No, they'll get- And these ones move their tent back here.
When do I get these?
Actually,
Third level.
as soon as the tent lights on fire, the female orc turns and waves her hand, and it starts raining on the a cloud appears above the tent and starts raining on it, puts the fire out.
Oh, great. Can I talk to one, like the leader of? Wait, I know who the leader is, right? Of the snakes.
Yes, you do. His name
The
is
douche?
Zolkin,
The
Zolkin.
douche?
Okay, so
the jerk.
Jerk.
Yeah, he's a mega jerk.
I want to try to.
He's like a
set
bad
an ambush.
Chad.
What's his appearance?
Bad Chad.
Hmm. As a tiefling, I think I'd call him. What did tiefling call him? Because tieflings call people by their appearance. most of the time.
Ears?
Ears.
I don't know. What do you want to call him? He looks
Grumpy.
like Xander from Buffy.
Oh yeah.
Does he have a unibrow?
No, he has thick eyebrows.
I'll call him Brows.
Perhaps.
Brows.
Because he has
Okay.
thick eyebrows.
So,
I'm a tiefling, that's how we name people. I call her Fox. I call her
Oh,
I call you Thief.
of course.
yes, horns.
How can I help you?
You just called me Brow. What do you want?
Oh no, that's just how I'm gonna call you, because that's how tieflings say people's names. Or give them a name.
Yeah.
I get called Horns sometimes, so that's normal.
Makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
I can tolerate a lot when the situation calls for it. Don't press your luck. What do you need?
I need nothing, I was just curious.
Oh, you just
I was just going off trying to remember
give
people.
me nicknames?
I was gonna give everyone. That was
Okay.
just- yeah. So I can remember people.
All right.
No, the
Oh
girl.
yeah.
He
Hmm?
walks
No, with
over.
the one girl.
You notice that he is obviously very infatuated with Kella. Kella's not returning the love. She's tolerant of it, kind. She's respectful to him, but she's not responding the way that you can tell that he's trying, and she's just
Yeah.
friend zoned him.
Yeah. So okay. I would like to discuss an ambush that we can pull on the orcs when the time is right.
An ambush. We're safe back here.
Well, they're gonna be coming in anyways.
With what resources? What resources do we have?
I'm so hungry.
We have what is in the inn.
That's if it isn't destroyed.
I mean, our resources are dwindling. I mean, just by looking at the town, you could already know that. We need to at least take out some of them, or at least try to find a way out.
Look, all we have to do is camp out here for 3 days. The snow will be here with the Zentarum. He's gonna come in for us. There's gonna be plenty of us.
Well, in the meantime, what if they get in? That's my biggest fear.
They're building ladders out there. They can
What?
easily climb through. They're long enough to get over.
We have no defenses here. I mean, I see that you guys are armed. I assume you guys know how to fight.
I can do this.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What the?
Oh wait, left hand.
He kind of loses his cool for a second. He's like,
His name's Lefty.
Yeah,
that's disturbing and gross, but all right, that's cool. What does that do?
Oh, I can hear and see through it.
Why don't you send your friend there over to the camp and
I was just about to say that.
check it out?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the top of the tower.
Wait, do
Go, my friend. Yeet! Just
You
throw it.
pull your hand off and throw it, and it flies into the water.
Yeah, I was.
One of the orcs turns and, and then your hand creeps up the bank
Oh, that's
and
disgusting.
starts.
I got chills.
Roll stealth.
Yeah.
Stealth as a hand.
Wait, have you ever seen that movie where like the guy has
Use
uncontrollable
your,
hands?
use your
and he
spell
just
casting modifier.
Ah. 14.
14. Okay. Your hand, you watch as your hand kind of creepily sneaks behind the orcs sitting there building one of the ladders, and it just kind of creeps behind you. Okay, so in order to use your hands, sight and smell and sound and stuff,
Do I
you
have
have to go into a trance, so you will not be able to see, hear,
Okay,
yourself.
so kind of like close my eyes and.
No, you just your eyes kind of roll back in your head, and your eyes go white, and
White,
yeah,
but tieflings have a solid color eyes.
they
Like the
glow.
entire thing is.
Yeah, they instead of being whatever color your eyes are.
My left eye is gold and my right eye is silver.
All right, so instead of being gold and silver, you guys see this creepy like lightly glowing white or no purple. Purple is your magic, your wild magic energy. This like purple colored light in his eyes, and over his ears, so you can just see this like
Are you like
purplish
an
glow. And
e-boy
he's
now?
just like
No.
E-boy.
you can still talk.
Oh, I can still talk?
You can still talk. You just your senses are you sense what the hand is sensing.
Okay.
All right. So your hand creeps into the orc camp and it just kind of listens to conversations that they're having. The orcs are. You hear two orcs talking about stupid elves and stupid Zentarum, and how poor Gishnash
Was beheaded.
and how he was beheaded, and how they don't like being this close to the woods. Something about the elves in the woods. You don't quite get 100%, but their enemy is
They're right.
their rivals. The orcs' rivals live. They're too close to the border,
Which is the forest.
probably. Yeah, the forest is about 2 miles out this way.
Oh, okay.
And actually, it would be 2 miles out this way. My map's upside down, but yeah, it would be 2 miles out this way. There's the our deep forest. But yeah, they're complaining about them, and if they say if Rond knew that Gurash was this close to his area, that none of them would survive. When he says the word Ron, the other orc's like, shh, not so loud. And then you also hear him say, well, Ron has no love for the people of Nightstone either.
Who is Ron? Does anyone that's with us know?
Kella says there is a Chief Ron.
They're talking about that they're too close to the border with the elves from the forest, and that.
Yes, Chief Rond is the chief of the elves of the Ardeep Forest.
They seem to be afraid to even speak his name.
The elves have ears and spies everywhere.
Is there some way we could get the elves' attention to drive back the orcs?
Zolkin says, we will not be bringing our acquisition to the attention of the wood elves.
Wow. Okay.
So true.
I don't
That's
know.
all I see.
I don't want.
What
I
are
don't
you
know
two
what's wrong
doing?
with wood elves.
So basically, you've got four factions here. You've got the town of Nightstone. They want to keep their town. You've got the Zetherim, the Seven Snakes. they want to take the town over and make a base of operations out of it for their guild. You've got the orcs. They want to destroy the Zithurim, and they want to take down the seven snakes and loot this city and take whatever they want, and then they'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the wood elves, and the wood elves don't like any of you at all.
Oh.
So none of the groups trust or care about any of the other groups' lives.
How are we supposed to set peace to us?
I don't know.
It's gonna be really, very tricky. But I know we can do it. Actually, you know what? On second thought, maybe it's a lost situation.
Do this again.
My hand can't do much except listen and spy.
You can creep them out.
I can creep them out, that's
Yeah.
about it.
You can just grab their leg and then just run away.
If your hand gets injured, then it will be gone for a day,
Will it reappear?
and then
But I
it will
can't.
reappear on your.
But I can't. So if it dies, it will reappear, but I can't use it for a day.
No, if you die, it will reappear in a day,
Oh.
like Deadpool style.
Oh.
Okay.
Excuse me. Woo. Well, I'm gonna crawl my way back to my body.
Okay. All right. Hand crawls back.
Do I need to still?
Gets. No, you don't need to stealth. Your stealth roll covers the whole time you were over there. It gets to the edge of the water, and it crawls down, and then it starts to crawl up the side of the cliff and just slides back down into the water. Starts to crawl up the side of the cliff and just falls back down into the water. And
Let it die.
It just like crawls up to the other bank and just the little middle finger looks up.
Wait, doesn't it? If it dies, it would return back to his hand now?
In a
In a
day.
day.
It's 24 hours.
I'm sorry. You might
It-
have to let it
It
die.
looks up and locks eyes. Kind of whines a little bit.
I didn't think about this.
So creepy.
I'll throw it at you. It's not creepy.
Yeah, no, throwing
Here,
your hand
use
at
her rope.
someone.
Oh yeah, just. No, don't use the rope.
Yes, actually, that'd be great.
No, because then the orcs will see it. Actually, no, it's dark. Can
They could see.
are any of them within 60 feet?
Yes, there are 4 guards behind this wall right here that are watching.
But since it's dark, they have disadvantage. See?
Don't you have mage hand?
No, I don't have mage hand.
Jeez.
I have Firebolt, Acid Splash, Ray of Frost, Mending, Comprehend Languages, Witch Bolt, and Charm Person.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you took mage hand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
I'm trying to stretch my leg.
I'll move my back a little bit. So,
I'm gonna take a quick break while you guys are doing this.
You might have to let it die.
I might.
what? Here's what I'm thinking. We let the rope down. We send someone. You
No,
know,
we don't have to send anyone down because my hand can just hold on to the rope. And we can just yank it back up.
I understand, but we still need it.
But
We need to deal with it.
But if these orcs see it, I'm afraid that they're gonna try to run for the rope and pull us down or try to climb it.
Yeah.
If they do, let go of the rope, and then your hand will die and return within a day.
I guess it is a small target. They'd have a really hard time shooting it.
That's true. So, does anyone know how we're actually going to deal with the orcs?
I can be the one
Ugh.
letting down the rope because I have a shield.
Can sorcerers even use shields at all?
I have no idea.
I don't
I have
think
to
that-
ask your dad.
I'm a professional at it, I
someone's-
think.
Someone's on. Someone's on. So get the chat open.
Okay.
Hey. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't show. Hi,
Oh,
Ryan.
It's Ryan. I hope
It's
everyone's
Ryan.
enjoying the stream.
Yeah. How are your favorite D&D players get this situation? Find out today.
On Dragon Ball Z.
But we don't have any dragons with us.
Well, we have the little flesh
That's what I
dragon.
had to do.
Little green ones, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We figured out something kinda.
Yeah, this is Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Ryan's sick.
Oh,
Sorry.
well. Yeah, I think this is one of the smallest D&D groups.
My question is, why didn't Cody
Can
come?
you throw that in there for me, please?
Okay. Where's the pizza?
I think he's just sleeping.
He's just sleeping.
And he's like, oh, I'll ride my bike and come away. I'm like, okay.
It's not loading.
Okay, did you guys figure anything out?
Hunter's gonna send the rope down to get her
I'm
hand,
gonna
right?
send the rope
She's
down
gonna
because
put
I
the rope
have a
down so
shield.
my hand can grab it, and we're just gonna yank it back up. That's the best that we can do. And it's a
Okay.
small target, so I imagine they'd have a hard time shooting it. And if they try to charge at the rope, we can just yank it back up.
Roll me a four-sided die.
Four-sided die.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. So as you lean over with the shield, it's a nat 20.
Oh.
Oh.
So you drop the rope down. One of the orcs on the other side sees you, shoots a crossbow bolt, bypasses the shield and hits you,
Excuse me, Coco.
causing
Instant death.
12
That's a crit.
damage.
12, and then since that's a crit,
No, it was 12.
Okay.
It was a 6.
Jeez.
Actually, that would be 15. 15 damage because it's 12.
15?
It's 12 plus 3.
Jeez.
I'm at 3.
oh, 3 re.
Who knew our
The hand grabs onto the rope.
I'm gonna yank it up and run.
You're this man just gonna run with the rope.
You go back to camp and you've got a very bad wound.
I have healing. Lay of hands.
That's my set.
Wait,
Wait, get the arrow out of me first.
how much is
Okay.
your, how much do you have?
You touch
Level
yourself.
times 5.
So 10.
No, level times 5, and then it added something. I think your proficiency. I think you also add. Okay, level 5.
It's just level times 5, isn't it?
Yeah, but with Ember, it was a +1 for some reason.
What?
I guess it is just 10.
So I'm at 13.
Okay.
I'm also gonna yank out the arrow.
Alright. You yank out the arrow first so you don't cause further damage.
Yeah.
And yanking out the arrow causes 3 more damage.
Oh.
So I'm at 10.
And then, yeah, and then you heal yourself. And Zolkin's like, you know, if you stay behind the walls, down, they won't be able to see you, you'll be fine.
I had a shield.
Definitely.
How'd that work out for you?
I'm short enough, okay?
Right. Alright. So my thoughts on this are that they will probably wait till they're finished with those ladders to attack, which gives us probably until about dawn.
Yeah.
I would assume that's when they're gonna attack. They need to rest their horses. Need to rest. Their horses can't get in here. But if we try to leave, they're gonna run us down. they're not going to be satisfied until we're all dead. So we need to worry about those ladders. If we peek our heads up over the edges, we're going to get shot. My guess is they probably send over 6 at a time, while the rest of them cover with arrows from a distance. We need to come up with a way to get those ladders, to knock those ladders down or destroy those ladders or burn them up before. Ooh. Now there's a thought. Yeah.
I told you I could explode.
All right. So where are they going to come up? Are they going to come up on either side of the gatehouse? Are they going to come up further down the hill?
They're probably gonna.
You know what?
They're gonna surround us.
Thinking about it, we've got kind of a problem. If they decide to come up through the keep,
The keep bridge is broken.
Ah, good. Well,
But they possibly could still jump it, considering that the jump was only 15 feet.
You think
That's
orcs
true.
are that smart?
They'll jump it.
Okay.
Plus,
Well,
That's true.
that is way much more than 20 feet at the keep. Because you got the water, you got the slope, and then you got the wall surrounding it.
Yeah.
Goresh has been after my ears for a long time. Let me introduce the rest of the group. That half elf right there, the male.
Ears.
Oh, not half elf. I'm the half elf.
Oh, you're close.
Those the twins, Abbott, Aben, and Cabin.
Okay, 1 and 2.
Cabin.
The half orc over there, that's Movi.
Big.
He grunts at you. He lifts his mace. But
I'll call you Mace.
he doesn't talk much. The tiefling, that's Allah.
Hi, Alla. It's a tiefling, so that makes sense.
She nods at you, kind of slight smile on her face. The dwarf, that's Sienna.
Shouldn't be mean about this one, but I can't think of anything else but short.
Wait, question is it shorter than me though?
I call you Fox.
And that young lady over there, that's Roan. Roan takes out a dagger,
Knives.
starts spinning it on her finger.
Knives.
Just one dagger, and she's spinning it, and it's.
Are you writing down these names?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cabin, mooring.
Could you?
Holla.
No.
What?
I was gonna ask if you could do it how a tiefling would say their names.
I don't know what a tiefling would think of it. I'm a half
I just give them nicknames. That's how tieflings do it off appearance.
Oh.
Unless it's another tiefling, then
That's
they call
why
them
the
by
last-
their name.
Tiefling called me Kiwi.
And I call you Fox.
Of course, you've met Kella, and I've already sent. Sindri to.
Sindri.
Sindri is my snake.
Oh,
Okay.
I've already sent Sindri to meet with the snail and inform him that this town is now under our ownership. He will be here in 3 days with a large group of the Zotharan.
Sounds good to me.
We will make this town our camp, our base of operations. So, if we can just hold out for 3 days, we should be just fine.
I'll be ready to explode at any moment.
Okay?
That'd be great.
You really should relax. You're too tense.
What?
You're too tense.
Me?
Yes, come, have a drink with me. And he pulls out a flask.
You know,
Takes a swig of it.
Okay, I'll take a swig. Oh no, you're not gonna make a drunk sorcerer.
You're just sitting around the fire.
I'll have a few sips, but I'm not gonna become a drunk sorcerer.
I'm not gonna pass on the opportunity.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have grown up in Amadar, as everyone knows. I was actually part of the circus in some of my free time. And, well, you know, after the circus, I had some fun around the town, you know, just getting used to all the other clans.
And yet your name never came across our desk.
Our clan wasn't, as you say, expanded upon.
Which clan did you belong to?
Well, it wasn't like an actual clan. It was more of a cult.
So you belonged to a clan that wasn't a clan that was become a cult. What cult did you belong to?
I was a cult for. It was a part of a god named.
Real devotee, huh?
Well, it was more of like a demon. I mean, you don't hear this, right?
No, if
Yeah,
you're worshiping
so,
one,
Yeah. It was actually a god of forbidden knowledge, and we're just gathering. Well, gathering, I say. Just some totems. Just some stuff to summon the god back to our realm. And
So what did you learn?
we learned not to do what he can. I'll say that. It almost took control of my mind, but then, well, I don't really know why you let me go. But
So, forbidden knowledge for a reason, right?
I mean, we wanted some fun, you know.
So you know secrets.
Yeah, of course.
What kind of secrets?
I mean, I can't really tell you now. It's pretty forbidden.
given the name Secrets.
But who knows? Maybe as time goes on, I'll let some secrets leak out.
I'll get it out of one day. Sorry, what was that?
It's okay,
All
I
right.
have command.
What about you?
Yeah. I'm second in command of the Zothurum. I lead this group here. We're known as the Seven Snakes. We've come here when we found out that Nightstone had been cleared out, that there were no people living here. The snail sent me. Said that this is a perfect spot to create a base of operations so that we can acquire things from people who would, collect a levy or a tax, you could say. People that use this road to get from Daggerford to Waterdeep. Waterdeep is one of the larger cities in the north, and we just figure that as this town is no longer in use, we could create a really good base of operations to work from here. But other than that, we protect the road for a price. And that price is paid by all good citizens that want to use our road. So the snail sent me up here, and on our way up, we found that some of our, Gurash has been chasing me for years now. Never safe when he comes out. So, unfortunately, we were ambushed several hours ago. We thought that we would camp out here, wait until you fine folk had cleared the goblins out for us, that Kella had informed us of. And when you had done your duty, we would come in and you would be out. Kella was going to send you to the caves to the north. Once the town was cleared, we would come in, easy peasy, here we go. we've got the city, you're outside the city, and you can go about your business and go about your way. No harm, no foul, nobody gets hurt, and we just have the city to ourselves. But unfortunately, on our way in here this morning, we were ambushed. We had to hightail it for the city. Guresh, hot on our tail like that, we didn't have time to have Kella get you out of the city. And so now you're stuck with us.
Well, what a pleasant surprise it is, then.
Yeah.
So,
So what are your intentions once the snail gets here?
yes. I have actually been meaning to join an actual, I think they're called syndicates or clans. So, maybe if I help you out here, maybe you can put in a good word for me,
Who knows? It might help, but there are 7 snakes, and we're known as the 7 snakes. 8 snakes just doesn't have the same ring to it.
You're right. Maybe I'll think of something else. I don't know. But, yeah, in the meantime, let's just relax.
To tell you the truth, he glances over at Sienna. There is one weak link.
So who is Sienna?
She's the dwarf. I wrote in.
Oh yeah. But when did she join? Was she like one of the first ones? Or?
Not too loud.
No,
Yeah, she's one of the newer ones. She's a friend of Allah, the tiefling over there.
Oh yeah.
She brought her in, but I don't know. She's insubordinate.
Maybe she wouldn't want the position. Okay. Well,
No, I think she wants my position, to be honest with you.
oh really?
She's arrogant. She's sassy. She's insubordinate. She just doesn't follow directions really well. I don't know. She's on strike 2 with me. One more strike, and I think we'll have to find a new 7th member.
All right. Well, it's pretty good to know, actually. So.
What about you?
Yeah.
What's your story?
I was raised by wolves. After my parents were killed. Sorry. After my parents were killed by a big black dragon.
Large black dragon killed your family.
Mm-hmm.
Threw him off a bridge. Oh, it's just a saying where I come from. Killed your family, threw him off a bridge.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And I've never seen anything quite like you before. You are a...
Show them what you can do.
Do you think? Are you aware
I'm gonna turn
of
into a human.
Oh, you were in your fox form the entire time?
Yeah. I probably should have done that.
Well, watch this.
So are you a human that can turn into a fox, or are you a fox that can turn into a human?
It's both.
It's both. I'm just technically called a kitsune.
Kitsune.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Bless you.
That was my first thought too.
So where do kitsune come from?
I came from, I think, was the east of the forest.
Ah, the Far East.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've heard stories. Isn't there a village there of...
Used to be.
Used to be a village of
Yeah, I think they're rebuilding.
anthropomorphic.
Yeah, they should be rebuilding.
Wild magic.
Oh,
When he
me.
looks at you, he uses the big word anthropomorphic as kind of a test,
I know what that is.
and you know what that is. So
I have an intelligence of 18. I know it.
Right. So he's letting you know that he's letting you know that he's smart too. He knows you're smart and he's smart too. So he's kind of subtly letting you know that he's on to, that he knows a lot more about you than you think
What's this charisma?
he knows.
I'm not very smart. Can we dumb this down?
They're not catching up with all this?
In real life, my intelligence is a 10.
He's
I can't write
pretty
anything.
charismatic.
What is it?
15.
Mine's a 19.
Yeah, you're much more
Yeah.
charismatic, but he's still
I win
pretty
that.
charming.
I win that.
Hello.
They're gonna be captive.
Pizza me.
Pizza you? I don't have a spatula. I don't want to burn my hand again.
Spatulate me.
Get it, pizza you?
I'm just has flashbacks of the furry land exploding.
No. Wait, what? The furry land exploded?
It's in the middle of all the.
I don't want to know. I don't want to remember.
You know what I don't want to remember?
What?
Someone being taken over by a very charismatic demon. Or
Okay.
talk about Muhammad.
Oh.
So
Who's
that's,
Bahamut?
oh, it's an old folk story that people from where I come from tell.
How did I make this character?
The dude with the very angry horns.
10. You're
I'm
10
only 10.
in fox years.
Wow, that's kind of sad.
Well, no, in human years you're 10, but in fox years you're like older. I don't know the span of the frogs.
That's kind of sad. Like you turn into a fox, like oh well, that's in that.
I'm 10. Turn back to Fox. I understand everything.
I think you're a pretty old adult at 10 for a fox.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Just got gray hair. Yes, sir, my lord.
But yeah, I still have no hair, do I?
Oh yeah.
Wait, you're still bald.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder if it just comes back all at once, like.
Your
gee.
charisma, I'm hot. Even if I'm bald.
So you're
My
like
charisma goes up by 1 when I'm bald.
you're Larry's the Rock with charisma.
It's hot.
Well,
It just came out of the toaster oven.
Okay. Night goes without incident.
Hey.
You do hear throughout the night that the orcs are still out here. You can hear their loud laughter.
Okay.
You can hear them sharpening their blades. You can hear their horses whinny throughout the night.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the broken bridge and scout out there to see if they're gonna be coming along this way at all.
There is a scout that comes out here. He is staying out of your out of arrow range. You do recognize. You do notice that there's a scout that walks down to the river here.
Okay. Oh,
He is-
so there's 4 guards, right, that we got from here.
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna tell them to get
and
to.
that was the thing I needed. That was the thing I needed to do. So he's Zulkin's like, so what do we do with these 4?
Well, I'm gonna talk to the.
They're not
guards.
going to give up. They're not going to give up their city peacefully, and if they don't,
We're not killing
I
them.
think they're going to take a long walk down a short pier.
I feel like they can still gather
You're
around.
not gonna kill them. We're not gonna
We
kill
are
them.
here to bring peace. We cannot allow killing.
You won't be here to stop us.
We have to come up with a
And
compromise.
what do you care anyway? What are they to you?
Our orders from
And
Amadar is to bring peace to Nightstone. And that includes every person.
There's no more peaceful sleep than the sleep of the dead.
I mean,
Look.
it makes a point.
You don't have a choice here. You're not in power. You're not in control. As soon as this city is safe, we're gonna kick you out and kill them.
Well, isn't there? Well, I feel like they could be used for something. You shouldn't just kill them. And
The snail doesn't take prisoners.
well, I'm not saying they should.
If you're not with us, you're against us.
We're
And
hoping-
let's be clear, you are only here until you're no longer useful to me.
That does make sense.
And then we can leave and you can fight the orcs yourself.
That would leave the guards.
See ya.
Lesser orcs. Take the guards with us.
I mean, the city's already gonna be with the snakes. It doesn't matter if the guards are gonna be here or not. They're either gonna die or they're gonna come with us.
Then they're gonna come with us.
We can also take a. I keep
We
on
can
forgetting
send-
that one girl's name.
We can send them to Amadar.
Yeah.
Send them to Amadar. Goes with the lady lover. And we can let the orcs in.
I wouldn't say that.
No.
So, let me get this right. What you're telling me here is that you send them to Amadar. Your queen sent you here to establish peace in this town. So, you send them to Amadar. They tell the queen that we've taken over the city. She sends an army to retake the city, thereby establishing peace between her and her town and this town. Not really what I was thinking.
Well, if you work with the people here, then Amadar could send more resources to you, and, you'd get more out of your buck than just killing them. That, and they would just see you as a friend.
And you won't have an army at your front doorsteps.
Well, I think we could get away with not killing the woman or those two, the stutterer and the quiet one. But that holier than thou one over there, that champion of the people or whatever, I don't think he's the kind of guy to just give in on his morals.
Maybe we can convince them that.
So I think that Sidiri and Torum, those are the two males that Torum's the one with the stutter. Sidiri doesn't talk too much. Alara is the female, and Calum. Calum is like he's a defender. He's brash. He's either a failed paladin or someone looking to become a paladin.
Maybe a paladin can help them in the right path.
Well, first we need to prepare for when they try to, get
I'm
it.
trying to paladin myself.
So I'm gonna talk to the 4 guards to help us prepare for when they try to get into town with the bridges. So I'm gonna ask them if they could watch the 4 corners.
The two twins that haven't said a word go with you. Talk to the guards.
1 and 2, why are you following me?
They look at each other and they look at you.
Let me guess, it's your orders? Fair enough. Alright, then I'll ask the guards if they could watch, just in case they try to go around and put the ladders up to get in.
I'm really concerned about spreading out.
You all...
United we stand, right?
Yes, but we have to make sure we're not flanked or surprised by any attack.
Right. If those are your orders.
They're not my orders. I'm just kindly asking.
They all look at each other and Caitlin says, we'll go as a group. And they start marching along the wall. At each of the towers they climb, do a search
Okay.
of the area. Okay. Morning comes.
Thanks, Reed.
I'm down.
Oh, did I rest, by the way?
No.
Oh, no.
None of us rest.
Yeah, none of us did.
That means my wild magic is... No, my wild magic didn't really go up, did it?
Yeah, you didn't really.
Your wild magic is at 10%.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got
Uh,
2 walls. The drawbridge is up.
oh, is this the wall and the drawbridge?
Okay, so the drawbridge would be right here.
Okay.
And you got
You have the...
go upstairs and get my box.
Where did I put it? It was your tube thing. Your tube thing right there, the things that you can draw.
Go up and get. Yeah. I'll just use this.
What box though? Did you get something new?
My box of dungeon pieces.
Oh, I don't know.
We can just draw on this.
Okay.
Fifi, do you need
I didn't
outside?
realize we had this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
still have it. It
It's
still has
still
what?
has rest.
Do you want me to get the stuff instead? Since I have all this drawing on it.
Yeah, I need to clean this.
Where is it?
On my my shelves where I keep my clothes.
Well, that's
I'm having a hard time thinking of words today.
this stuff on my shorts. Yeah. This is better.
I'm doing so cold.
Yeah, it's just slightly breezy.
Freckles. Hi. Fifi. He's giving me the puppy eyes.
There we go.
Hi, Coco. Careful, buddy. Oh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That would be
There you go.
actually, that is the water.
Yeah.
There's the courtyard that you guys are in.
Yeah.
is Killa. R2. Where's my squares? So these two gatehouses.
What are those ones on the pencil?
Gatehouses.
Oh.
They just hang out over the this would be the palisades
Oh.
there. And then I have 2 pencils.
Those are the thing. You have a lot more than 2 pencils.
Here. Those are the 2 brick walls, short walls. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sneaky fox.
I also just choked on my saliva.
1, 22. Here. You. 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 Killa. Xander stay back here. In fact, all of the rows are staying back. So 7. Standing back here.
Protecting my ears no matter the cost.
Huh?
I'm protecting my ears no matter the cost.
Protect your ears no matter the cost.
They won't be on a keychain.
Oh yeah.
I like the words.
Just get
It's
some
okay,
earrings
Daddy.
and then they'll
It's
constantly
okay.
be on the keychain.
Oh. Get that. Can I see you?
That's the 7
Wait.
down.
If it take long years. Ruby.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't want to be skinned.
What's wrong with you?
4.
Maybe
4
I should be famous
guards.
for this.
They're standing on this side of the gate. And then
Aww.
Gurnash
And you don't like it. Okay.
and the Eye.
The eye. Is the eye going to be able to actually attack or something?
We'll see.
I hope not.
The Eye is what the female orc is called.
Is what?
It's what the female orc is called. The one that's casting spells.
Oh, her name is I.
Her name is. They
She
call
is
her.
the
They call
Eye.
her the Eye.
Oh.
The Eye of Grommash.
Oh boy. Oh no. There's so many. There's so many. So many.
There is more.
Yeah, but we don't forget these.
And now.
Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You are set.
Let's get ready to.
All right. So, first thing, these two step forward and blow a horn. Draw your attention. The eye.
Three.
The eye of Grumish takes a horse and leads it right out here. She walks right up to here. This horse. The horse is standing there, and Grumish says, "This is your last chance. Surrender."
No.
How about you suck?
Worst word cries.
This is my version
Surrender.
of
No.
vicious
Last words
mockery.
of Skittles.
We can do this. My goal is not TKO.
Just don't die.
Very well. Everybody rolling an initiative?
Nat 20.
19 plus 2.
17 plus 4. So. Yeah, 21.
So, Zion, you were
Wait, how much?
21.
21.
Do we add dexterity to it?
Yes, you do.
Nat 20 plus 1.
20. Wait, so you got 21.
But I have a nat 20.
You got 21.
Skittles.
So it'd just be not 20. I think you get to go first.
21.
And your name is Callus.
Colossi.
Callus.
Which means you got a 21, you got a 21, and I got a 21.
You all got 21.
Alright. Who's, of the two of you, whose dexterity's higher?
Between, mine's 14.
I got 18.
So,
Yeah.
I'm last!
Yeah, I'm a rogue. Okay, I got some good dexterity.
Alright.
just watch
The
as I suck.
guards
Oh, there's gonna be so many rolls.
There are 2 nat 20s, a
have
few
8.
19s.
The rogues, oh dear.
They roll
The
low.
rogues got a 7.
Jeez.
But they're really not interested in fighting anyway.
Y'all better help us.
The orcs got a nat 20.
They got an army. Who do you have? We have a bomb.
We got a bomb and a tiny fox girl.
Yeah.
What's the orc's
And then
dexterity?
that's left.
Because she got a nat 20.
I got the power of God and enemy on my side.
My goodness.
Roll your 20 again.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
16.
19 orcs go first.
3.
Okay. The eye steps forward. She's leading this horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
She leads it out in front of you.
Is the horse an explosive?
She
Go
pulls.
boom boom.
She pulls out a dagger, looks at it, and the dagger starts glowing. Was that right in front of the? She pulls out a dagger, right there. The dagger starts glowing with this bright green light. She takes it and she slices the belly of the horse open. The horse's guts spill out onto the ground. And this green steam that came from her dagger goes into the guts and then floats up into the air and just starts floating up over the wall.
Oh.
And this rain starts raining on you from this cloud. The rain is green
It is. It's
and
acid.
glowing, and it burns your
It's
skin
acid.
as it touches you. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
18.
Got a 9.
What'd you get?
A 9.
9,
18.
18,
13.
13.
Oh wait, plus Constitution.
Yes.
Yes.
20 in total.
20 in total?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody that got over 12 takes 1 point of damage. The rogues and the guards both start getting drenched in this, and they're and it's burning them.
I forgot I was all the way down. I'm at 9 HP.
Jeez. Oh, we had a.
You hear a volley of arrows hit the walls here. There, some of them come up over, but they're not hitting anybody.
Yeah.
These ones back here are shooting arrows, trying to hit you with this volley of arrows. The ones on this side, the ones on this side, move forward a little bit, and they are dragging behind them the ladders that they made last night. These two are staying put with weapons drawn, and the leaders, the orc leader, the one with the blood stain in one side of his hair, is just watching.
So they're coming up off the towers.
Mm-hmm. The guards turn to you. What? This rain. What do you want us to do?
Get yourselves out of it. Like how much of this? How big is this cloud? Oh, the entire area. Okay.
So 30-foot radius, so 60-foot.
Okay. I need two of you to separate to two towers each. Okay, two of you go to one tower each, and deal with those ladders.
Okay. The rows.
You can use magic.
Oh, did I? So I can only use 2.
No, you didn't.
The rows run back out of it, out of the. Rain, except for Kella. Kella actually puts her cloak on, pulls up her gloves, throws her cloak over her head to help protect her from it, and steps forward to stand with you guys.
Okay. Well, the two guards are dealing with the ladders. I think we. So she's just fine with this?
Zolmir says, Kella, my love, what are you doing? She goes, I am not losing this city that I've worked so hard to gain.
Okay.
Okay. Skills.
I have no idea what we need to do because I already told the two guards to go up there and deal with the ladders.
I'm just gonna get prepared first.
I think we should, step out of the acid.
Yeah.
Step to the sides to get out of the acid.
Yeah, we should get
Acid
out
rain.
of the acid.
Okay.
They do that all the
Are
time.
you moving that way?
Yeah.
Your guy.
Yeah.
You need to go about 15 more feet that way.
What's your movement?
There you go.
30.
Okay.
Now you're out of the.
I'll go on the other side, I guess, to make sure no one comes over here.
Okay.
So, I'll move right here.
Okay. Kella also. She moves very quickly, almost twice the distance that you moved, and she starts climbing up the
What?
palisade.
What are you doing? I'm gonna go over here.
Okay. All right. The eye is concentrating on the storm. There's another volley of arrows.
We're closer to the wall, so.
Yeah, you're at 100% cover. None of the arrows that they shot hit. So Kella gets to the top of the palisade, and she is standing, balancing herself on the top of the palisade.
What are you doing?
So, palisade's only about 4 inches wide at the top and it's sharp spike at the top, and she is very deftly, very dexterously balancing herself on the top, and she's working her way.
Did you make a multi-class of a rogue and monk?
No, she just got really good climbing skill and excellent dexterity to where acrobatics, where she can tightrope walk. So she's fine standing on the. And she's got her crossbow. She pulls it out, aims for the eye. Nat 20.
Oh.
The eye takes 4 plus
Melee weapon.
4 damage,
Is a more melee weapon.
so 8 damage.
You don't have a range.
And
Oh,
she maintains her concentration.
Dang.
She is still able to concentrate on the rain cloud. Okay. These guys will get up to the wall. And just to the outside of each of these gates, or each of these towers, they take the ladders and they start lifting them up. The leader is not paying attention. These two both pull out some kind of strange looking stick that looks like it's been carved. Each of the sticks look like they've been carved into, at the top, into some kind of skull. And as they plant them into the ground, they start glowing. This same green light that the eye has, and this energy starts to
it's a shield. It's a shield.
pulse. As it's spreading out across the.
It's a healing thing.
No.
It's a healing tool, kind of thing.
No,
No.
doesn't seem to be healing any of them. They all of their eyes start to glow with this green glow, and they look angrier and meaner, and like like they are, like they're pumped up.
Oh.
They're ready to fight. You notice the ones in the back where they have been shooting, they now are all focused on almost the same area as far as where they're shooting to. And they all seem to be moving almost synchronous with each other. Okay. These guys are not doing anything, Xander's just waiting. Brings us to Skittles.
Anything got over?
Nothing has gotten over. These guys are lifting the bridges up right now. So the bridge is like upright.
You'd have to climb up the tower if you want to get to the ladder.
I'm just not gonna wait.
Just gonna wait there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and attempt to climb over the wall.
Alright.
You're gonna do what she's doing?
Athletics.
That'd be a 12.
You are scratching up the wall. Jump.
Darn it!
Jump. Slide back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up the tower with these guards.
Okay. Top of the tower.
And I'm at the top of the tower so I can see over.
Yes. Now you can see the whole battlefield. You can see that these guys are lifting a ladder here. They're lifting a ladder here. Strangely enough, they're in exactly the same position as far as it's like
So-
they're synchronized.
If I use Firebolt, can I do it twice?
Yes.
Okay. Firebolt this ladder and then from here, can I hit that ladder too?
Yes, you can certainly try that.
Okay. So the one right in front of me. 12 plus 6.
12 plus 6. Okay, so but this does, on top of the tower, put you in the rain, so you do take 1 damage.
Oh, okay.
And then 12 plus 6,
Mm-hmm.
that's 18, that's a hit. On that ladder, damage.
It's firebolt damage. Is it 1d8?
1d10.
Oh, it's 1d10. Is it because I'm a tiefling? 2.
2. Okay. That is 2 damage to it. It failed its saving throw, so there is a small fire that's lit on it. It is raining though.
The ladder has a saving throw,
Yes.
but it's acid.
It's liquid.
Oh.
It's not flammable liquid. It's putting the fire. It's helping douse the fire. It'll go out on this next round. Second firebolt,
16 plus 6.
definitely a hit.
Reroll 1s and damage. 2 again.
And what's your spell DC? 14.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, that one also failed. It's also lit on fire. Okay. The guards are in the tower, not on the tower, so they're like, "What do you want us to do?"
Just make sure if they come down here, they don't get past you.
Okay.
I'll try and slow them.
Kelva takes a shot at the Eye of Grimish. And that is a 16. That still hits. Now it's a 17. Hits her. For 1 damage. Nicked her. And
Oops, damage.
she did take damage, so she failed her spell. She failed
Spell.
her spell dissipates and stops raining acid.
Which means the fire won't go out. Because you said it would take a round.
Okay, yeah, I got that. All right, top of the ladders now lit.
On both of them?
On both of them, yes. Skills.
I think I've got the ladders down. And
Should I try and climb the wall?
no, as a paladin, you're not very climbing.
Still can't do nothing.
Just gonna wait there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, then your turn.
I'm gonna try to climb the wall again.
Okay.
I got a 4 last time, okay? I think I could do this.
Critical boot.
Okay, 6. So I got 14 that time.
Still could not climb it.
Ah,
It's gonna be a 15.
a
AC.
15.
You almost make it, so you're like,
Almost.
oh, if I was just a little bit harder, I would have gotten up to the top of the palisade.
Darn it.
Okay.
Oh, back to me already?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is the range on Charm Person?
I believe 30 feet. It might be 60.
Because if the passive thing doesn't work,
Where's your spell cards?
we don't have sorcerer spell cards.
We have arcane spell cards, and that's in there. Charm person is definitely one.
Okay.
Hercules, stop barking. It's all the way back here. While I'm looking, I would like to. I was gonna try and charm the leader since he can. How long does charm person last?
Oh wow.
A while?
You'd probably come back.
At least 1 minute.
And then we could. Where? There it is. 30
We're
feet.
getting close.
And it's 1 hour.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
30 feet is probably to the eye, but not to the leader.
Okay, instead of charm person, I'll just use witch bolt on the leader.
Okay.
No.
That will definitely work. If
9.
it hits him, you didn't hit it. Oh, 9 plus your spellcasting.
No,
modifier.
3 plus my casting modifier.
Oh, 3 plus your spellcasting modifier. That doesn't.
Also, roll for wild magic. 98.
Okay, you're fine. Ooh, wild magic.
I haven't been hurt. No one else. Oh, acid has hurt everyone else.
Yes. Acid has hurt everyone else.
But it's 98. So.
Okay. Kella shoots at the eye. It's 14. It is barely a hit. And she does 5 damage. The eye is now really upset with Kella for that. But she also sees that the ladders are burning. The ladder comes over and goes on top of the wall. As it does, the orcs line up behind them to start working their way up the ladder. The eye turns to Killa and says, "Fall."
Oh, she has command.
Okay, so I should have said that before I rolled. Odd or even?
Oh no.
I'll ask the group. Odd or even?
Even.
Even.
Even she falls inside the courtyard. Odd she falls out, or even she falls out, odd she falls in.
Okay.
Which one?
Even. Wait.
Even she falls in?
Even she falls in.
Yeah.
20. She falls out. Alright.
Okay.
She still takes 26 damage. Takes 6 damage.
I held my breath. I don't know why.
Because it was scary.
Yeah, we can.
Alright. Zolnir runs forward. Killa! Gets to about right here. She's like, I'm fine. And she's getting herself up. The orcs on this side take a shot
At me?
at you. They're all acting as one.
Wait, so they're all gonna shoot me?
They're all gonna shoot at you.
I'm a sorcerer. I am squishy.
You should have thought about that before you popped up on top of the tower. Only one they can see. And that is a 14 to hit. What's your...
12.
12.
Okay, they all hit you with
Oh.
arrows.
You just killed me.
We shouldn't have gone on this
Are you
board.
sure though?
I'm at 0. I'm at 0. I'm just gonna raise 0.
8. 9 damage.
How was that just 9 damage?
The
We're at
distance,
15.
and I got a lot of ones.
Huh?
You were at 15, that's 4.
6.
6? Oh wait, yeah, 6.
You are pelted.
Can I use your eraser?
Yeah. Hey, at least I didn't kill you.
6.
You have a nice little grouping in your shoulder here of 5 arrows, almost perfectly.
Ow! Sounds like a ticking time bomb.
Really?
It sounds like the bomb.
Yeah, that's my new nickname for you, just the bomb. No, that's a time bomb.
These are coming up the ladder, and it's burning at the top, but not like an inferno. It's a small blaze at the top, something that they could get around or get over, get through due to the ladder being wet. So it's not going to stop these guys from coming over the wall. Same on this side. Alright, so that was the orcs. Brings us to the Skittles.
I'm gonna try and climb the wall. What do I have to do?
It's an athletics check.
So that's
So,
No, athletics. is
athletics
strength.
is strength.
Yeah.
12.
12. No, you're really close.
You're a paladin.
You scramble up and trying
I'm a
to,
fox though,
trying
too.
to catch.
Wait, they hit me, right?
Yes.
Hellish rebuke.
Okay. What's your damage?
2d10.
Go ahead and 2d10
Yeah, 2d10.
at first level.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
Dang.
3 and 7.
So 10.
10. Okay.
Oh
You
goodness.
as all of them hit you, you turn to one of them. Like, which one?
Anyone.
Okay. You turn to this one. And he lights on fire.
Jeez.
He just torched him. He just. Did they get a saving throw?
Nope.
Nope.
There
No
was
saving
no,
throw.
there's no saving throw.
Just
Jeez.
all right. You just torched him. Did you rebuke him?
Oh wait, yes they do. They make a dexterity saving throw.
Jeez.
And if they fail, they take half damage.
Okay, he failed. 13.
Minus 4. And
Your spell's DC is 14.
Oof.
Okay.
wait, you said that's considered wild magic roll.
Yes,
But-
that is gonna add 10 to your wild magic roll.
Dang.
Your ability, so you are at
54.
20%. Okay.
54.
All right. Kella fell on that side. Skittles,
How many times?
you went. That means Zion, it's your turn.
Oh, wait,
I don't know how many times I can
Oh,
use
yeah.
hellish rebuke.
Climb the wall. I'm determined. Climb this wall.
Climb the wall. You see a ladder pop up over the top of the wall, directly over your head,
Oh.
and it's
Interesting.
little flames burning.
Oh yeah.
I could probably. You know what? Yeah, I'll use the ladder. Alright, so I'm gonna go.
Use the ladder. You're not up there.
But,
Well,
yeah,
no, I mean,
the
I
ladder's,
could-
the ladder's leaning up this way against the wall.
So where's it
This
like?
way.
You have to climb the wall to get to the ladder.
Yeah, you know, I'm climbing up the wall. I'm gonna climb up the wall. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to get to the ladder, and then
You're gonna push it off
we'll
or
see
something.
what happens after that. Finally, something good. 18.
Okay. All right. You get
That
to the-
ladder gave you
You get
inspiration.
to the top, and are stand. You just pop up at the top, standing on top of the ladder, and you see 4 orcs working their way up the ladder towards you.
Oh, great. I am going to.
Take the ladder off.
You know, yeah, sure. Wait, actually.
It's,
how much? would
It's
it
leaning
take
this
to-
way with 4 orcs on it. I don't know how you're gonna be able to. It would take a massive strength roll.
Can
True.
I slide it? Like.
You're standing on that. You're standing on the ladder right now.
On the ladder?
Physically, I don't see how you could. I mean, the only thing
Yeah.
you could do is try to balance on the palisade, and then lift it
What
off
if you-
with 4 orcs.
What if
on
you
it.
hang on and with your other hand you break it or something?
Actually, yeah. Could I, like, hold on something and then try to, slash the rope or slash the
There's like 50 rungs on this thing. You could slash one of the rungs.
Oh jeez.
Well, no, like the two bar sides, so it starts sliding off.
Well, is there a weakened point like where the
Because
fire is?
If it's like this, and you cut off the top of it, it's gonna start sliding down.
Oh, you want to slash across the whole top of the...
Yeah, sight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What's your weapon?
It is a rapier.
Okay, a rapier is a piercing weapon,
Piercing.
not a chopping weapon.
Can I get my dagger out and then do it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll try.
You've got to cut through a 5-inch log
Oh,
that's lightly burning.
Yeah, you should probably just push it off.
I can't push it up. I'm on the. You know what?
Physically not possible,
Yeah.
unless he was tall enough that he could lift it up, throw it to the side.
Well, they're just coming up like this, right?
Yeah, they're just coming up this.
You know what? I'm gonna go up to the first rope that's coming up, and I'm gonna try to bludgeon his stomach.
So he falls on the others or something?
That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Okay, and they're running through. Roll your thing.
Cut a 1.
Oh no!
All right, you pop up. Ha ha! Roll 1d6.
I got you now. 3.
3.
Yep.
All right, you lose your footing. Odd or even.
Even.
Left. Even in or even out.
I'll try to even out.
Even out.
Goodbye.
Odd in.
Oh!
Fall in.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
4. Oh, you're a rogue. You get a dex throw.
He does?
Mm-hmm. She's a rogue too. I forgot about that.
Freaking rose.
So, do I add my dexterity to that as well? Or
Yes.
I got a 19 then.
All right, you take 4 damage from the 20-foot fall.
Ooh.
Oh, so he only takes half
Took half
from when he
damage.
saves.
Okay. He's running up to help Kella stand up as you come falling off of this side. These two see the ladder coming up and pull their crossbows.
Who are those two? Or those the twins?
This is the orc and
The half orc and the dwarf?
the female.
The tiefling? The tiefling and the dwarf.
No, this is the human.
Oh.
The human female, whose name is Roan,
Oh.
and the half orc, whose name is Mavi.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. The guards are waiting.
I'm going back.
The orcs.
Is it my
Oh wait, no, it's your turn.
Yeah, it is my turn. I'm going to. I'm gonna just shoot a crossbow at the guy that's coming up, the first guy that's coming up.
Okay. You're
What?
gonna stay on the top of the
No, I was
tower.
gonna shoot him and use my movement to go back down.
Okay.
So that's 10.
Alright. Miss. And then you're going back down into the tower, or are you going down to the side?
I'm going back. I'm gonna go back down to the side.
Oh.
Can anyone heal me? You have laying on of hands.
She used it already.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have another thing that I can use on
You have cure wounds.
you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Somewhere.
Cure wounds right there.
Yay.
Guess I
range-
use cure wounds on him.
The range is touch. Touch me.
Oh my
I
goodness.
need a 1d8.
That is basically what it is.
Touch me. I'm profusely bleeding.
Plus my spell casting ability, which is
3.
Yeah.
So you go in for 6.
Hey.
And I have one more magic spells.
I just walk up to you, just full of arrows, like, I need a little help.
And then I have one less going to do.
Okay, well, that was my turn. I didn't get used to that.
When you cast Cure Light Wounds on him, the arrows fall out of his body. You don't have to yank him out; they just fall out.
Oh yeah.
And he's healed for that damage. Those orcs shoot. Got one. Arrows go off into the ether. Those orcs shoot. That would be 11 plus 2. It's 13. They don't hit anything but the walls here. This first orc comes up over the edge and jumps down on you with a scimitar drawn.
Oh.
That is a 13. What's your armor class?
17.
Oh, 17.
17. You roll out. You fall, take damage from the fall, look up. You see this orc coming over the edge onto you. You roll out of the way. Orc's on that side. This orc jumps off onto you, and you got an 8. I'm sure your armor class is more than
17.
10, so you're fine there. He comes down, and you pull up your, what weapon do you use?
Maul.
You pull up your maul and just block it out of the way as he falls on the ground lands on the ground next to you. Still standing. These guards see him rush out from behind him, and they miss. He hears them coming and ducks. These guards
Oh, did they get in?
see.
Yeah.
One of them did. These guards see that and attack you. They're 4 and I rolled a 2, so they come out to the courtyard.
Oh.
They go out to the courtyard as well. The leader's just standing there watching. He is completely confident that you guys are going to be just overrun. Okay. She summons a spiritual weapon. This spiritual weapon is a battering ram. And it starts bashing at the door, or at the drawbridge.
Oh, this isn't fair.
An evil green looking battering ram.
It's very evil.
Okay. A sacrificed horse. I'm kind of sad about the horse. All right. So they went. Skittles, it's your turn.
Should I climb the wall and then fall, or should I attack the wall?
Go up the tower and do it.
Okay, I guess I'm
Don't
gonna
climb the wall.
go up to the tower.
You're a paladin. You don't climb walls.
I'm a fox too, though.
The foxes don't climb.
Yes, I'll get around and up the tower.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
All right.
use...
He gets an attack of opportunity as you walk
Okay.
past him. And that would be a 17.
No, just hits.
Would suck if it would. He would have missed, but as he's swinging, it's almost as if this magical green force that's surrounding the area here pulls his blade down and boom, allows him to hit you.
Okay.
So he hits you with the scimitar. Takes 7 damage.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use command on the one right there to fall.
Okay.
And then I'm out of spells.
Okay. So wisdom saving throw. That is a 1. That's a critical fall. So as he goes to fall, he realizes he's falling and he grabs the ladder and he tips back and it knocks these two off balance, and so the ladder rocks and the entire ladder rolls and all 3 of them fall into the water. The ladder falls down. As this happens, they have so much weight from the armor that they have on that they immediately sink to the bottom of the moat, and they're struggling and trying to get up, and they just can't get up out of the moat.
Oh.
I'm at 2 hit points. And I have no more magic.
Okay. So
Wait, can I still like move under the wall?
you've done all your movement to get up there, so
Alright.
you are in plain view of all
She's
of
at
these
2
dudes
hit
with
points.
arrows. Well, I hope
You have your shield,
I
right?
hope they miss.
Oh yeah, I have a
It'd
shield.
be a shame if they got a critical hit.
I got a
They-
shield.
Yeah, 20 would suck. Anything
Yeah.
above a 17 would suck, really.
Oh
But anything above a 19 because she's got her shield.
Zion.
So is he? He realizes I'm here, right?
Yeah, you
You're
get
face to
up
face
and
with
you're
him.
face to face.
Steady step.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna try to bludgeon his eye.
Okay.
You mean Pierce?
Oh yeah, Pierce.
No,
No,
bludgeon,
actually,
bludgeon is a
Yeah.
Club.
So I know.
yeah, like a club.
I'm gonna try to pierce. So I'd add dexterity because it's a finesse weapon, right? That'd be 16.
16's a hit. Damage.
Okay.
Is a quarterstaff a finesse weapon?
No.
Okay. That'd be a 4. And then do I have my strength to that? Or is it just like a
No.
4?
4 plus your dexterity.
Oh, then that'd be an 8.
8. Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. He's pretty damaged.
Oh, I'm also gonna use my cunning action to look for a place to hide. Like not to hide, but just look for a place. Could I do that?
You can step back into the tower.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So are you disengaging?
I am.
Use that to disengage. That is your. You step back into the shadows. He can still see you at this point. You're not hidden, but you have disengaged and he didn't take the attack.
Okay.
But as you step back, you see Kella come up from behind.
Oh no.
him,
Stealth attack
Yes.
damage. Stealth attack damage.
Yes.
and that is a dirty 20.
And
Hit.
was it a natural 20?
No, dirty 20.
Oh.
So she hits him with her rapier and hit her dagger. That is 7.
Cool.
10. Plus sneak attack damage. 16. He drops.
Oh,
And you just watched all of that.
yeah. Teamwork.
Drops dead on the ground. That's your turn.
If I go back up there with Gianna, we're both gonna get hit. Do you have your aura yet?
What aura?
Paladins get an aura of protection. I don't remember at what
No.
level. It's not a spell, it's a...
I don't have that yet.
Oh.
So what is she doing again?
She's concentrating on a
Right.
spiritual. Oh no, she doesn't have to concentrate. Spiritual weapon is not concentrate. So she has cast a spiritual weapon that is bashing the door right here.
She has to die.
Oh.
Back I go.
Back up you go.
Let's see. I used comprehend languages. Got that spell back because of wild magic. Then I used witch bolt. I used charm person. Did I? No, I didn't use charm person because that was a bad idea. So I have 2 more spells left. I'm gonna witch bolt again, but at the eye.
Okay.
The 5.
I got 5 plus 6, which is 11.
be a miss. Alright. These
That is
Xander
thunder.
says
it is.
either fight or hide to his group back here. He sees that the battles they might be a little overmatched. Okay. This one of them runs forward. These three run off into the village to hide.
Cowards!
Are those the guards?
Those are the rogues.
Oh, okay.
Those are the 7. They're gonna find a place in the town where they can hide and shoot and sneak attack anybody that breaks in. They have less faith that. So, yeah, they're going to guerrilla tactics now. Okay, so this orc. Wait, did you run from this orc? You did. Oh, but it already had its attack of opportunity against you, so it doesn't get its attack of opportunity.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Oh my die.
Oh, it's the guards' turns. Those 2 guards attack that one. And one of them hits with the glaive for 10 damage. Hits him hard. Cuts him in half, almost half of his hit points in one hit. Alright, so this one jumps down on Kella. Again, rolling a nat 20 with a scimitar. Takes 5 damage. Strength is 3, so that's 7 damage. 11. Alright. Another orc jumps off over here.
Wait, those fell.
Oh, these did fall.
Yeah.
These drowned.
Command fall.
Me fall, but not.
That was a good command. Okay, so that one jumped down on that side.
Go.
Actually, 5, 10 plus 3 is 13. Kella's really hurt.
Oh.
Really hurt
I'm really hurt.
by this one. Okay, Xander, seeing Kella get hit, no! Draws
Go lay down.
his weapon. Oh no, he drinks a potion. And you see
Behind you? What potions?
he drinks a potion and you see his skin turn like a silvery diamond color.
So I guess none of us.
Like that. His skin turns a silvery diamond color. He steps forward and attempts to stab the one that just struck Kella. That is a hit. And that one takes 5. Okay. Both of these 2 groups see you guys standing
I'm gonna die.
top.
Oh no.
Oh wait, I have 19.
19.
19 armor class because of my shield.
Shield gets a
That
plus
would be a
2.
23.
Yeah, I'm
she's
dead.
dead. She's at 2.
She's at 2.
I'm
Yeah,
at
she's
2.
dead.
You shouldn't
You are pelted with
No one else can heal her.
a group of arrows, and you
Wait. She died.
No one else can
My
heal
gimmick?
me.
your gimmick.
Well, I mean, she has
Remember,
3
if
deaths.
a player dies, my wild magic.
She goes down, and yes, your wild magic. You see that happen, and your wild magic surges. She goes down. You are dropped to 0 hit points, and have a patch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows stuck in you.
Oh,
You've taken a lot of damage.
Ooh.
They shoot.
I killed
you.
3 of them.
Hey, I have 3 death saves.
9 plus 2 is 11. Does not hit. Okay, so this group shoots at you and misses.
I like to think it's because of the wild magic surge.
Yeah, you've all of a sudden this purple energy starts
You killed the
swirling
tiny fox
around
girl.
you. You fall down on your knee, which gives you full or 3/4 cover. Fall down on your knee, and you're kind of holding the fox girl on. We can't lose you. Not this early in the adventure.
Not this early.
I
Not this
better
soon.
not be
I-
dead.
I barely knew ye.
From Texas now?
I really know you.
Ye is like pirate.
Okay, this orc right here turns around and just takes his scimitar and just slams it into the side of Xander's neck with a full power swing right here at his
Let me
neck.
guess, you got a 20?
And it hits and it dents the sword. It chips the sword. And
What?
Xander just looks at him and smiles. Stabs him through the gut, lifts it up. And this orc just gurgling, black blood pouring all over Xander's hand
Ooh.
as he.
And
As
again,
he
you're
dies.
watching this.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh.
I can. It's gonna eat something. when I'm watching this.
One dead. I need you to make a wild magic switch.
Oh, it's instant.
Yep.
Oh, it's instant.
Please don't kill me. More than I am.
60.
60.
Do I get a uniform again? Wasn't that the uniform?
I think that was the unicorn.
He just falls back.
Again?
Wait, the unicorn actually might be helpful
Yeah.
if she's dead.
Yeah.
It's like, I told you not to call me, man.
I'm not called. You're not understand.
Well, Fox Girl's dead. Ah, well,
No,
that's
you regain a
sorry.
first level stealth slot.
Powerful now.
You gotta save the rainbow. Get the unicorn. Wait, unicorns
'Kay.
can carve up rainbows.
All of
Excuse me.
a sudden, from behind the orcs, these you actually you're the only one that can see this happening. From behind the orcs, as you're looking over the battlefield, and you see that he's just smiling happily. He's just like, this is it. We've got one down, and we're gonna take this thing. This battering ram cracks a hole through the drawbridge here at the bottom. The eye has turned and put her hand on her wound, and you see that her wounds are closing up. These two holding the totems down, praying. These 13 soldiers with arrows turn and aim at you.
Khaleesi.
These two orcs are coming up over the wall here. You see out here in the field about 50 mounds of dirt stand up. And underneath these ghillie suits,
Holy cow!
that was a nice thunder. Underneath these ghillie suits
It's still going.
are wood elves.
Oh no.
They stand
Yes.
up with bows drawn. Just 50 arrows just take out this back line of
It's
orcs.
okay.
Drop them.
That's the defender is the
Yes.
wood elves.
The power of the wood elves.
Oh, with training.
It's hailing.
Holy
think.
crap.
The lead, the one of the elves in the lead shouts out something in Elvish, and you understand Elvish, right?
Right.
The wood elf. Okay. He shouts out, "Finally, we've got them cornered."
Ooh.
And the orcs that are climbing up the ladder turn and go, "What?" The eye turns to look at what happens here. These guys turn around. You see this orc go pale as he turns in. He's like, "No, Rond Arrowhead."
Ooh.
I can't see anything.
It's slowing down.
The two totem guys stop praying and the totems go dim. The eye says, "No, you fools! Don't let down your guard!" The leader sees what's going on back here and realizes that he's cornered. He's got to fight for his life. He draws this massive curved scimitar, sharp chips, all the way up. It almost looks serrated. Draws it from the side, roars at the wood elf army and charges forward.
Well, he's dead.
Before he even gets to halfway there, he is so full of arrows that you can barely tell there's an orc under there. He just is an orc pincushion. And he still keeps trying to press his way forward. And just every step's just a little slower. And finally, his eyes roll back in his head. Collapses. These orcs climb back down off the ladder and start to run away. These ones start to run, but they're burned down. The eye looks at these two and says, "Fools." Goes like that, turns invisible, disappears from view. These two are holding totems and no weapons, and they just put their hands up in the air. The wood elves get to about right here. These two orcs are surrendering, and Rond, and they just they slaughter those two that were the two orcs that were surrendering. Just drop where they stand with arrows stuck in them. Rond turns, looks up at you, and says, "You're welcome." And turns away, and the whole army just marches back off into the forest.
Jeez.
Can someone please heal me?
I don't know who can.
Wait, ask one of the people that were helping us.
We have a problem up here!
Runs up.
What's that?
Just my spirit.
Look how she's down on the floor!
Wait, you see invisible things. My spirit. Hey, what's up? Is that
I don't
my
see
body?
celestials.
Make a death saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, it's one loss.
Can I
Xander is tending to
can I help
Kellen.
Can I help her?
Can you help her?
Yeah.
With what?
I don't know. Can I try and do medicine?
Are you proficient in medicine?
No.
You can try to do medicine. She's dead, so the DC is 20.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
if you kill me, 7.
She does not seem to be healing.
Get the guards or like the 7
guard-
snakes or something.
One of the guards has a potion of healing.
Grab Ruben. Grab that one.
Go for it.
The heart one.
The red one?
Yeah, that's a potion of healing.
You gotta
Okay.
shove it in me.
Bend over.
Let's do this. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we don't. It's not a suppository of healing.
Yeah.
Okay. He pulls out this vial that's glowing, this pink bubblegum flavored.
Yay!
Pours it down your throat, and you are healed for 16.
Jeez.
Oh, so close.
Wow. Double eights.
Xander takes care of Kella. He's
Is my-
bandaging up her wounds. She is really, really injured. He does not have
So
a
I'm not-
potion of
so-
healing, so-
I'm not wild magicking, but
So-
is it still very high because she died in the first place?
Yes, your stress level was very high. Until you complete a long rest, it's going to be that high.
How high?
Right now you're at 65%.
Yeah.
No, 70% because
She died.
50% because she died, and then you used 2 first level spells, which is 10% each. Okay. Xander's got Kella. He's helping her over to the door. These guys have run off. And so you guys gather in the center of town here.
I'm the one that
Xander's
died,
like-
not you.
Xander, why do I keep calling Zolmir? Zolmir says, "Thank you for the assistance. Now get out."
Died.
Oh, for that?
I think we deserve a little bit of a reward.
A reward? You think you deserve a reward? Look at Kella. Look how injured she is. A lot of good you guys did.
Ooh.
You are so helpful. So very, very helpful.
We could have let you die to all those orcs.
It's true, but if you had, then you'd have been overrun as well. Look, what do you want from me? I don't have any money to give you. Tell you what, I won't kill you. If you come back, I might have a job for you.
He's gonna kill the guards.
Is he gonna let the guards go?
You don't know.
You know, so the guards come with you.
You're gonna let the guards go first.
Okay. The guards come up. These guys come out of the shadows. He turns to the guards. Do you want to leave?
We can take them to Amadar.
We'll have to.
The 3 of the guards are like, they look around. Kalen steps forward. He's holding. He's clutching his holy symbol in his hand. He says, This is our home. You're taking everything from us. We've already lost our people. We've lost our leader, our queen, our lady. We've lost our livelihood. And now you are taking away our safety, the protections that we have that keep us alive. How could you?
You can't be safe here anymore.
And Solmer says, kind of turns to walk away, and he says, "Look, you can leave or you can stay. It's up to you."
If you stay, they're gonna to the guard, the paladin guard. if you stay, they're gonna kill you.
What do
Are you trying to persuade?
And I'm trying to persuade.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
What does the snake people want with this town? I'm gonna ask that.
The snake people, the 7 snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they want this town is well fortified. That's what they want. They want the fortification. In just a couple of days, the snail, who's their leader, is coming with basically an army of these guys to take over this city.
I got a 13, by the way.
You got a 13. Okay. And Kalen says, "Hey, fine. You're right. You're right. At least we're still breathing."
Maybe if we get to rest here, I get my magic back and I command the leader. Are you sure?
It's only one round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, two of the ropes go up in either tower, and they lower the drawbridge. Zolmir says, as you're walking across the drawbridge, "Happy trails!"
Oh.
And you guys cross the drawbridge onto the other side. As you turn back, you see Kella, and she just draws her hood over her. She doesn't look happy. She walks away. Okay, that's the end of today's adventure. You guys are now level 3.
Hey, we took the levels out of it.
That's sad though.
I mean, there wasn't gonna be good. Well, I don't know if there was gonna be a good ending or not, but hey,
Douchebag.
hey, look, he knows what he's doing.
No,
No,
he
he
don't. He's a
doesn't.
douchebag.
I really wanted to go up to him and shake his hand, and I wanted to just let my wild magic go. To see what happens.
Jeez.
Just to see what
Just to
happens.
see it happen.
You get short.
I wonder what I would have gotten.
I can't believe you're 7 foot short.
17. I would have gotten 17 if I did that. Or if it's harmless, I guess I could do it.
17, you grow a long beard made of feathers.
You should-
Hey! Damn.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I really was hoping I'd shake his hand.
Oh,
and
I forgot.
fireball.
The eye of Grumush is out here in this field somewhere, invisible.
That's right.
Okay, she just ran away. She just hightailed it, turned invisible, and took off somewhere.
Oh my goodness. I just love, like, at the end of all this, there's just like an ocean of dead orcs.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one was yours.
Oh,
Okay.
see, no matter where we go, we always cause chaos.
It's okay. We can send an army after them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm really ticked. That too.
Jeez, as a sorcerer, I already have 23 hit
Like
points.
10 bucks.
I'm just glad that I'm glad that the elves can help. Just you're welcome.
Alright, thank you for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And everyone have a nice day.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did a
Oh, there we
secret
go.
oath.
Say bye, guys.